And we're away for the C-Grade Grand Final at Elsternwick Park. Straight out of the centre are the Beaumaris team through Holt. They're going to the Elsternwick Golf Links end. To the right of screen, that's Pitts. Centre half forward. The Sharks have got a chance here. Off the ground, Catlin. And he has put it through for a behind. And on the smoke-free scoreboard, Beaumaris one behind. Hampton Rovers, they're in the green and gold. They're yet to score. We've gone half a minute on the Cyan Press time clock. And Rob Cross, what are the conditions like at a blustery Elsternwick Park?
We've seen everything in the last hour. A little bit of sunshine at the moment, overcast, very blustery as you say, and probably blowing across the ground.
And Jason Frankel, your thoughts on this C-Grade Grand Final?
Well, Beaumaris, they're really in the box seat today. They finished 5 games ahead of Hampton Rovers in the home and away season. I think they're just going to be too strong today.
Almost a mark at half back, not paid to Beaumaris, and Hampton Rovers go forward through Stephen Anderson, of course the son of Sue, one of the great workers here at Amateur Football Headquarters. The ball in the centre of the ground, working through strongly there was Arts. He couldn't gather it. Now gets pushed back into the centre. Working forward, Beaumaris, a quick handball there. Quinn, no, he's well tackled. Great work by Denver Arts, who I believe may have played down at Sandringham last year, unless there's another Denver Arts. A little bit of push and shove in the centre there, but the umpire will come into bounce. Just the attacking side of centre. Beaumaris marginally into attack. They lead by a point, but we've only played 1.5 minutes in this C-Grade Grand Final, and now a free kick's been picked out. Will go to Hampton Rovers in the centre of Elsternwick Park. So Hampton Rovers looking to go forward. The player there is Brown. Brown played in the state game, I think, Brad.
Certainly did.
Kick up towards centre half foot from behind. Do you pay the man in front? No, just plucking it off the fingertips there was Parkinson. Good mark. And a 25-metre penalty's been paid, has it? No, Power will take the free kick in the goal square. Little bit of niggle down in the square, and the blonde bombshell, the nephew of Michael Malthouse, the West Coast Eagles coach, will kick directly in front, just 10 metres out. And that's a crucial kick to give away, because surely Parkinson was too far to go. On the left boot, he comes in and kicks the first goal. Great start by Hampton Rovers, possibly the underdogs today, but they lead. They're 1 goal, straight 6 to Beaumaris, 1 behind, 1 point. 2.5 minutes gone on the Cyan Press time clock.
Well, that'd disappoint Brett Marchand. You can't afford to be undisciplined in a grand final, and the 2 vital forwards for Hampton Rovers coming to the fore there, Parkinson and Power. And Power, he's matched up by Vaughan. Vaughan is certainly one of the best defenders. Ben Vaughan going around in C-section, and it's going to be a crucial battle to today's outcome.
Giving a bit of height, isn't he, Vaughan, on to Power by the looks of it?
He is, but look, I think if you had a look at his scalps over the year, he's defended grandly throughout the season. They've obviously got the confidence that he can do the job.
5-point lead to the Rovers. That was Ward winning it. Denver Arts. The kick was smothered. Pack again. Steve Anderson. His kick smothered. McKellar, the captain of the Rovers, will have another bounce. Now, the Beaumaris Sharks. They took the D-Grade Premiership last year. They're looking for back-to-back this afternoon at Elsternwick Park. Rain forecast, some thunderstorms. This is Groves from Beaumaris, and he gets a free kick. No, it's going to go the way of Wills of the Rovers. Did you see what that was for, Jace?
No, I couldn't.
So we'll wait for the kick from the centre. Short pass is on. Power comes out over the back. You won't mistake him. He's got the bright blonde hair. And we're going to have a bounce 50 metres away from the Glen Huntly Road goals. That's where Hampton are kicking in this first term. The last time the Hampton Rovers won a flag was in 1995. The D-grade flag. Fantastic bounce again by umpire Thwaites. Now taking it through here is Groves. Catlin on the wing. Up to centre half forward. Over the back. Terrific mark by Day. I wonder what he's like by night. To the flank. This is Hoare for the Rovers. Nepean Highway side. By himself is Quinn. That's Matthew Quinn. Sherman, lots of pace normally. He was hurried then. This is Hoare. Gets the hand pass out. Mitchell was there, number 32. Pitts goes for the jab. Matthew Quinn again. McLean. He's well tackled. In the box seat are the Hampton Rovers here. Looks like Martin. In fact, it's Parkinson, who yesterday spent time in a hyperbaric chamber to overcome a cork. You can see his right thigh is well taped.
Yes, and look, they're going to be relying on Parkinson a lot. He's got the key post at centre half forward and being matched up on Fraser.
Hyperbaric chambers in the amateurs. Well, going to great lengths, but it is grand final time, I guess. And no matter what grade of football you play, it's pretty good to win a grand final.
They've got a hyperbaric chamber at Trevor Barker's old fitness club in Tulip Street. I think they've got, the King Club have got one, I think so. Well, there's definitely one down that way.
Ball to be thrown in half forward flank for Hampton Rovers. They're looking good at the moment. They're tackling very aggressively. Little kick out of the pack and they have a chance to go forward again. Oh, great mark, one hand up. Taken there. Away goes Hampton Rovers up towards centre half forward. Gathered there by Drew Anderson. Out towards Power. He went one-handed. Going strongly there. His opponent. Gathered now. There a chance. Hampton Rovers in at centre half forward is Ferguson. He couldn't gather it. There'll be a bounce. No, the kick comes out of the pack. Now the umpire comes in to bounce the ball. Very aggressive both sides. But the forward line of Hampton Rovers, fantastic, Jason.
Yes, and Power there just showing the presence of mind to knock the ball on. Just unfortunately the hand pass from Arts wasn't precise enough. Otherwise the Rovers might have had a goal on the board there.
Between centre half forward and full forward, Hampton Rovers once again into attack. Wait on the bounce. He's blown time off as he wipes the ball. Some rain before the start of this game. But a slippery surface to Elswick Park. Up in ruck, gathered neatly there. Was it Arts who took it out of the ruck? Couldn't run away with the football. A free kick's now been paid. Well, I'm not sure what that's for.
Holding the ball.
Holding the ball. Well,
quick on the whistle with that.
He was the only one really making the play, and I didn't think he had a lot of opportunity really to get rid of it. But the umpire's been quick on the whistle all day so far, Jace, as he said. And perhaps not too bad a decision. Kicked in towards the centre of the ground. Good tussle there. Whisked away, though, by Denver Arts. Then he's tackled. Just gets his kick away. Is it good enough? It is. Finds Parkinson. He looked to play on. Good umpiring there. Oh, no, he hasn't called the 25-metre penalty. He's happy about that. And Parkinson has it at centre half forward for Hampton Rovers. Lovely short pass for Power. Couldn't take the mark. Just impeded as he approached the ball. Legally, though, Parkinson tries to ride the bump. Can't do so. And streaming away, Vaughan off half-back. Gets the kick towards half-forward. But in front again, the defence of Hampton Rovers coming into this game very strongly. And Ferguson has it at half-back for the Rovers.
Just reading the play better there, Ferguson. Making good position.
Just on the edge of that square. Ward with the big punch away. This is Groves for the Sharks. Comes over to the smoke-free wing. Just gets away with it. That's fair. Hanrahan, he was in the back then. He's the captain of Beaumaris, and he will kick this into their 45-metre arc. Mahmood at the front, punched away by the Rovers. Taken by Scarlett. Over to Denver Arts. We've called him already a fair bit, and the ball goes out of bounds. 5-point leaders are the Rovers. We've gone 8 minutes on the Cyan Press time clock. And
we've seen briefly the Hampton Rovers forward line, but it's in the Sharks forward line where perhaps the most danger is on the ground. Marwood and Mills, a twin-pronged attack there, capable of kicking a lot of goals.
Around the corner, smartly there for the Rovers. Taken out as Natoli. Around the corner was Wills. Now, let's look at C grade. In the final four, they had these teams. They had Beaumaris, this team, the Sharks, Old Mentonians, Hampton Rovers, and St. Bede's Mentone. 6 kilometres cover that area. All those sides are on the Bay of Melbourne, along the seashore. So normally we leave the puns to Rob Cross, but today, Rob, leave it to me. I can see why it's called C grade.
I think you've come up with absolute beauty there. We know that you came with that last week. You've been sweating on that for a week, and you've got it out beautifully. Away go Hampton Rovers once again, up to half forward. McLean dropping back, gets a fingertip to it, then taken high. But that man umpire blindsided who was in play, didn't get to see that. Didn't have our vantage point from up in the stand. Parkinson taking him high, no free kick, boundary throw in. Good decision. Half forward flank, Hampton Rovers looking to go forward once again. In the contest there was Vance, socket off the ground. Going after it, Denver Arts, shoveled out of the pack. A free kick's been picked up. No, I thought it was going to be advantage. Gone the other way. It's got to come back, and Big Groves has got the free kick. on the centre wing. And now a 25-metre penalty for not moving the ball.
Tell you what, the umpires are making sure they take control, and umpire Thwaites, he's the main man.
Short kick is good, looking for Mahmood, but chipping in courageously. Good mark there. Pick up that play in the moment. Hampton Rovers to clear, comes out the halfback. Drew Anderson takes the mark. A bit of shepherding off the ball there. It was legal. And Drew Anderson from a half-back goes in short. Almost a terrible kick. The mark spilt by Martin. Slapped further afield to centre half-back now. Hampton Rovers. But it's all Beau Morris. Can they gather it? They can. Little handball's good. Out in the direction of Holt. He's still going. Kicks towards centre half forward. His disposal poor. They're forming a good wall across half forward. Slap forward. Well done by Nicholson. Up in the direction of his full forward line. Quick kick out of the pack there by Vance. Bends it around. Goal. Great kick. Vance kicks the first goal for Beau Morris. They lead by a point. 1-1-7. Hampton 1 goal straight. 6 points on the smoke-free scoreboard. 11 minutes gone. Sign press time clock.
Well, slick hands there, from Ben Nicholson to Vance making the play. And that's what they're going to have to do, the Sharks. It would seem that Russell Barnes is flooding the Beau Morris forward line in an attempt to crowd Marwood and Mills. And it looks like the Bowie Little men are going to have to running hard all day into the forward line and create the play as they did on that occasion.
Well, Brown missed the punch out there, but Steve Anderson out of the centre again for the Rovers. This is Natoli, number 6. Just trying to pick it up here is Blick, number 15 there at the Rovers. Yet again, it's Denver Arts. His kick was smothered. We've gone into a pack and we'll have another bounce. Now, the Beau Morris colours, the blue and the gold, you'd think, Jason, they were part of the seashore. The blue for the bay, the gold for the sun, but apparently not. The club was established in 1963 by the Beau Morris RSL, and they were the colours that the veterans took over in the World War, back in the Second World War. Now, quickly out there was Ferguson Clint. Blick back to Clint Ferguson, at least that's McKellar. That's Clint Ferguson. Now, Denver Arts, shot at goal. There's Sherman. I suppose there's some poetic line there, Jason, the Sherman tank in the Second World War. But they were the losers, I think, the Sherman tank people. And on the smoke-free scoreboard, Beau Morris 1-1, as are the Hampton Rovers 1-1-7. We've gone 13 minutes on the Sign Press time clock.
And really, Hampton they've had a good start, but they're looking very enthusiastic. They just want to check their enthusiasm and not give away undisciplined free kicks.
A chance in the centre of the ground for Hampton Rovers, slapped forward by Wills. Into the path of a teammate, chopped out well by the captain there, Hanrahan of Beau Morris. He can't take it with him. Head-high tackle, was it? No, legal. Grabbed him round the jumper, and now the umpire should come and bounce this. And he does that on centre wing. You're about to say something, Jason? You're looking...
I was just going to say, already we can see the pressure in the midfield contest, and this C-section grand final really pits two of the competition's finest midfields, the likes of Pitts and Nish and Quinn for the Sharks, and the two Anderson boys in particular for the Rovers.
The high-leaping Brown went up and over the top, looking to give it to one of those midfield players. Quick kick out of the pack, diving attempt there by Arts, couldn't gather. He's tied up in a tackle, wrapped his opponent up in a tackle, I should say, in Groves. Now spills to the half-forward line, or taken head high, surely. Diving in aggressively there was Denver Arts, and I thought it might have been reversed. It wasn't. It's certainly a free kick to McLean. Very vigorous, aggressive play by Denver Arts. McLean clears off half-back, drives towards centre half-forward, look for Hanrahan, couldn't take the mark, thumped down to the ground. Brown scoops up, does well for a big man, but only as far as Nicholson gets off through his teammate Pitts. Long kick, bends away from the face of goal, and bounces through for one behind only. They've hit the front, Beau Morris. We've played 14 minutes on the Sign Press time clock. In the first term of the C-grade grand final, Beau Morris 1-2-8, Hampton 1-1-7.
And we just saw evidence of it there. They've started vigorously, Hampton Rovers, in their approach to the ball, but it's really a fine line in just stepping over and giving away undisciplined free kicks.
Well, Brown's taken a great mark in the conditions. Rain falling here. It's certainly favouring the Elstonwick Golf Links end. That's the right-hand side where the Sharks are kicking. Well done, Sherman, to punch that away. Hobson thought he was in the box seat, but Sherman, the vice-captain of Beau Morris, he's one of their best players. Plenty of pace. And you'd think if that is the scoring end to the right, we saw Pitts' kick for that behind before, how wind-assisted it was. than the Rovers. They're staying with their opponents. Beaten both times during the home and away season with the Rovers by the Sharks as Martin. Now, he played at Sandringham last year, Rob. He goes ins board. Yes, it comes off. This is Groves. Up to centre half forward. Now, Vance just couldn't keep his hands on that one. Slips through. Mills, 26 there. And it goes out of bounds. Getting a tad slippery here at Elsternwick Park.
And prominent for the Sharks already, Quentin Groves, number 24, making space in the midfield. Doesn't look like a likely footballer with his big frame, but he's reasonably well paced and got good skills too.
Frida Hanrahan, he was being held in the ruck work. So he will have a shot from 55 metres at least. I think we'll find a pass going here, even with the wind. This is the best side to kick from at Elsternwick Park. Up towards the goal square, Mills up high, as was Brown with the punch, out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in 15 metres away from the Beaumaris goals. They're 1-2-8. They lead by a point over Hampton on the smoke-free scoreboard. We've gone 16 minutes on the Cyan Press time clock.
And perhaps one of the biggest concerns for Russell Barnes might be the strength of his forward line. We know that Powers sits in front of goals. He's kicked 90 goals this year, but they don't have too many other options, the Rovers. And with the rain falling today, they might find it difficult to kick a winning score.
Boundary throw in, half forward flank for Beaumaris. 75 metres around from their goal. They lead by a point. With the rain coming down, could be a low scoring grand final, just a goal each. 17 minutes gone, Cyan Press time clock, first term. Thrown in well, Denver Arts from behind, couldn't take it away. Little handball, that's a brilliant handball. Comes out to Arts, into the centre of the ground. Gathered there by Wills, was it? No, couldn't take control of the ball. Arts still fighting hard. Quick kick on the left boot. Up towards the half forward flank, bouncing towards the boundary line. Natoli after it, can't gather. And there'll be a boundary throw in now on the Hampton Rovers. Half forward flank, 80 metres around from their goal. They lead by a point, 17 minutes gone, first term.
And their small men are giving them tremendous drive. McKellar and Arts in particular just burrowing in the packs and forcing the ball forward.
Parkinson went up then for the Rovers, 21. This is McLean. Plenty of pressure here. Now Blick, number 15 for the Rovers, taken out of bounds. And we'll have another throw in. Well, the Rovers are putting it up to the Sharks. Their coach, Russell Barnes, says they're 5 players better than when they met earlier in the season. Quick there by Ben Arts. High kick, free kick, and it's going to the Sharks. The player was being held, and that's going to be, is it Sherman to take it, or will it be that man Vaughan? It's going to be Vaughan. And timeout for the blood rule. Yes, blood streaming down Natoli's eyebrow. So now I wonder if he'll make sure he comes through the interchange gate. He will. And early impressions of this game, Jason, it's certainly intense, and it has the hallmarks of being a tremendous finale to the C-grade season.
Yeah, I think intensity is the vital word there, and certainly it's been shown in Hampton Rovers' efforts. And the man coming off for the blood rule, Natalie, has been one of the leaders in that regard.
So this was Vaughan kicking it back to the centre. Beautiful take there by Hoare of the Rovers. On the lead, Clint Ferguson, punched away by Nicholson, and we'll have a throw in again, this time 70 metres away from those Glen Huntly Road goals, and that's where Hampton are kicking to.
Half-forward flank, Hampton Rovers looking for the next goal. You just get the feeling Beaumaris have taken a little bit of control of this game, although certainly not on the scoreboard, lead by just 1 point. Over the top strongly was Parkinson, knocked to ground, players slipping and sliding, and the ball is ferried over the boundary line, virtually in the same spot the previous throw-in was executed. 70 metres around from the goal of Hampton Rovers. They trail by 1 point only. 2/3 of the way through the first quarter of the C-grade grand final. They're kicking towards the Glen Huntly Road end of the ground, and perhaps, or what we think is that the wind is going across the ground and really favouring neither end. Another throw in. They've worked it forward though, the Rovers. Hampton Rovers, last time these two sides met, they won by 12 goals. And they won, I should say, Beaumaris won by 12 goals. And of course, Beaumaris won both contests this year. So certainly would be favourites for this game again today. Chasing after that is Nicholson. Can he gather? He can't. And once again, we'll have a boundary throw in. Jason, you get the feel one side is pulling away, although it's only 1 point in it. Beaumaris perhaps a touch stronger at the moment.
I think it's hard to say, Rob. I think it's going to be a real test of resilience, this game, in these conditions. Whichever side is still plugging away late in the third quarter, early in the last. It's just going to be very difficult to score in these conditions.
Diving after the ball there was Sherman. Good handball comes out to Catlin. A throw's been picked out, and you can actually hear the crowd calling for that free kick, I think, in the effects mic, and it'll be a free kick in the forward pocket or half-forward flank for Hampton Rovers.
That was a 25-metre penalty too that should have been paid.
Not picked out by the umpire. The kick comes in towards the full-forward area. Where's Power? He sets himself. Brown from behind. Chipping in there in front, though, is Denver Arts. Couldn't take the mark. Both Brown and Powell let Arts fly for that. Wonder whether that's a preconceived plan or not. The big pack flew. Arts got both hands to it. Slippery conditions. Went through the fingers.
I don't think it went through the fingers. It was punched after he controlled it. I think he had a good claim on that ball.
Ooh, line ball. I thought he just didn't hold it long enough. There'll be a bounce at centre half forward. Hampton Rovers deep into attack.
Going to be a throw up. Unusual for umpire Thwaites. Is an excellent throw up. An excellent bouncer at least. Another pack, and we'll have another bounce. No, he's going to call play on. He's about to, but blow his whistle. Rovers. Blick, centre half forward. Now this is Power, and there's a mark. He's reversed it 25 metres. I couldn't see much in that. I thought it was a fair body contest, Jason Frankel.
And if there was any holding, you would have thought both players would be guilty, and perhaps the umpire should have let that one go.
Yes. Vaughan unloads with a wobbly torp. Great strong mark taken by Hobson. Good work. Another 25-metre penalty. So if you don't, I suppose it's a bit difficult for some of these C-grade teams. These are A-grade umpires. They wouldn't be used to their proficiencies. Maybe they'll have to adjust. That was in the back, I thought then, against Fraser. Play on's a call. Holt just punches the ball out of bounds. And you've asked me a few times this year, Rob, about free kicks go one way.
Where's the consistency there? Power was not awarded the mark.
And that takes, well, you were saying to me, umpires don't want to pay free kicks in front of goal. I think it's a fair call.
Unbelievable. Thrown back into play over the top strongly there was Parkinson. Quick kick out of the pack. A chance for Beau Morris to clear. They've got the numbers there at centre half back. A long kick out by Martin. Almost smothered as he kicked it. Got enough distance on the ball. It opens up a huge chance now for Beau Morris. Brilliant tackle. Play on's the call and a good decision too. Superb work. Now Drew Anderson soccers off the ground. Flicked out there to Denver Arts. Very busy in the midfield. Kicks it towards full forward. 2-on-1 contest. Power can't make the ground. Then charges into his opponent. Flying through. Leg surely. No free kick. Play on. Coming out from fullback Vaughan. Kicks it out towards half back. And he's picked out a teammate there. And they have, well, I don't know how they cleared that, Jason. I thought it was a certain goal to Hampton Rovers. And they're missing a couple of free kicks. The ball taken out onto centre wing position. We've got a one-point ball game. It's very exciting. Wet, slippery conditions, but both sides charging into this contest as only teams do, playing in a grand final. Quick handball came out of the pack looking for Ferguson, missed its target, and it'll be a boundary throw in 65 metres out from the Hampton Rovers goal.
And the efforts of the Rovers backmen are admirable already in the early stages of this game. The tackling effort there from Brown was just sensational. Stopped a certain goal perhaps for the Sharks, and also Hobson, who is lining up on Mills in the Sharks forward line and just reading the play a lot better at this stage.
Matthew Quinn goes to McLean. Mills out in front, can't just jars it back towards centre half forward. Great skills by Brown. Too slow though. Mills, quick on that. This will be should bounce favourably here. It does. This will be a goal for the Sharks. Mahmood, he gets it, and Beau Morris go to 2-2-14 on the smoke-free scoreboard. They lead by 7 points. Hampton Rovers 1-1-7, just on time on the Cyan Press time clock.
Well, that's his 59th goal for the season, Jason Mahmood, so he's no stranger to the big sticks. And they probably just needed that one too, Beau Morris, just to settle things down. Goals aren't easy to come by today, so every score you can get is absolutely vital.
Back in the centre of the ground, rain continues to fall. The skills haven't been too bad considering that slippery surface. Up in ruck, Brown, he's a great leaper. Thumps at 20 metres to Parkinson, couldn't take it. The ball now up towards the half-forward flank for Beau Morris. Gathered neatly there, is it? Yes, it's taken away by Wills. Up towards the half-forward line. Good mark, Denver Arts in wet conditions. Almost held it in the first grab, just had to finish it off and completed the mark second time around. Denver Arts on centre wing, called to play on. Drives it towards half forward. At the back, the defence working very hard for Beau Morris. Little handball there, comes back to Wills of Hampton Rovers. Kicks it in towards Brown, got this on the chest. Great mark. He's leading superbly. Is Power, and Power has taken the mark in the forward pocket. 45-degree angle. We've got a great view of this right behind this kick. And can Power kick his second goal, and the second for Hampton Rovers comes in, looks pretty good off the boot, away to the right-hand side, and in fact, no, it has just squeezed in through for one behind. He kicked it well, his accuracy wasn't there, came off nicely off the boot, and he's moved the Hampton Rovers score to 1-2-8. They're a goal behind Beau Morris, 2-2-14.
And really, Power presents himself superbly to the contest. His approach to the ball is exquisite, but look, I think it's the Hampton Rovers small men who are going to prove Beau Morris's undoing today. They just seem a little bit more attuned to the wet conditions and able to better handle the slippery ball.
Pitts took the kick in, and this is Sherman on the Nepean Highway wing. Up to centre half forward. Mills is there, taken out of it by Hobson. Mahmood straight to the bottom of that pack. In goes Andrew Quinn. He's number 6 there of the Sharks. And we're going to have a ball up, which has moved quickly down to from one end of the ground to the other. At least it'll be a throw up. It's an awful term, that. Brown, he's a high leaper, isn't he? And he gets it over. Oh, was he taken high? That was Jury. It's going to be a throw in. Now, Jury, he is a Victorian-ranked beach volleyballer, and he's hoping to make the Olympics in 2004 in the Australian team. The two-man team for 2000 has already been announced. It's a hard one to believe, isn't it? This is Drew Anderson, no relation to Steve or Sue Anderson. Nepean Highway, Blick gets a few extra centimetres for the Rovers. 1 goal in it. The Sharks lead. And the conditions have just fined up a fair bit here at Elsternwick Park. Hampton Rovers established in 1923 by the man who established the first Hampton Scout Group, Norm Boss James. Now that was Mitchell. Oh, terrific take there by Quinn. Lovely take by Andrew Quinn. Plenty of hair. Up to full forward, Mahmood punched away there by Day. Pitts, well tackled. Mahmood jars it out. McLean, the jab. Back onto it is McLean for the Sharks. And we're going to have another ball up. I'll stick with ball up. What do you think, Jason, rather than throw up?
Yeah, that's fine. And look, just not any room to move at all there for the Beau Morris Sharks. A real sense of urgency about the Rovers today. They look desperate.
Quick kick out of the pack, ricocheted off an arm or a leg and went out of bounds 10 metres beside the behind post. Beau Morris deep into attack, and Hampton Rovers doing everything in their power not to concede a goal late in the first quarter. They trail by just 1 goal. That's a fair indication of the first term. It's been a close tussle and a slippery Elsternwick Park. A little kick out of the pack there comes from Drew Anderson, and he finds the boundary line 50 metres out from the Beau Morris goal. 28 minutes 40 gone, sign press time clock. The smoke-free scoreboard, Beau Morris 2-2-14, Hampton Rovers 1-2-8. And there'll be a boundary throw in 50 metres out from the Beau Morris goal. In ruck, there is Hanrahan, but working his way to the front. Opposition player Scarlett. Neither player got an effective knock. Charging through again, Hanrahan having another go. McLean was in there also. Looking for the handball there is Pitts. It's not coming his way. They in fact go the other way. Now spinning out was Quinn. Kick smothered. Great work by the defence of the Hampton Rovers. And in the end it's gone out of bounds. 10 metres around from the Beau Morris goal.
And really that exemplifies the good pressure of the Hampton Rovers backline. Quinn there was probably just about to mark down a goal as he kicked for goal, but great smothering work, just exemplary of the pressure.
Hanrahan there up against Scarlett, and once again thumped over the line and out of bounds. A goal the difference. We've ticked up to almost 30 minutes gone in the first term. It's a great grand final here, C-section of the VAFA.
Important passage here for the Rovers. They trail by a goal. The Sharks have had the breeze. If they can hold them out, That'll be a great first term for the underdogs. Spinning out is that man, Steve Anderson. Overrunning it there was Pitts. Good jab by McKellar. Comes over now to Martin. Up high is Mills. You'll see a fair bit of that today. Off the ground goes Denver Arts. That's his brother here, Ben. And he goes for the jab as well. They've been well drilled by their coach, Russell Barnes. And Barnes knows this ground well. He played in 4 of Ormond's 5 premierships in the 80s. They won 5 out of 6. He captained the club 3 times. Denver Arts, will he get the free kick? Too high. And he has been brilliant. The best on the ground in his first term.
And yeah, really, and they play the percentages so well, particularly in the back line, getting numbers to the contest, forcing the ball out of defence, whether it's knock-ons, kick-ons or shepherds, and they do that particularly well, the Rovers.
The smoke-free wing. Sherman was up. Parkinson, quick there. McKellar. Hand passes to nowhere. Fraser takes it out of the bounds. They want deliberately out, does the Rovers crowd. That's right in front of them, but nothing in that.
And tremendous support here today from both sides. There must be 2,000 or 3,000 people, I think, despite the conditions.
Over the back, that went straight to Martin. Comes out now to Steve Anderson. Centre half forward. Sherman's got his name over this. Punches it. First of the ball here will be Vaughan, number 13, the unusual hair. Bit like Goran Ivanisevic's when he used to have it a few years back, up and like that. Quarter time on the smoke-free scoreboard. Beaumaris 2-2-14, lead Hampton by 1-2-8. And on the Siam Press time clock, it went 31 minutes and 26 seconds. Second term of the C-grade grand final, 1998 from Elsternwick Park. Mahmood straight over there to Groves, centre half forward, but taking it is the Rovers' Hobson. He's done some good things across half back. They have the breeze this term, the Rovers. They trail by a goal. Back into the centre of the park. That's in the back, surely. It's not. That's a poor decision. Nicholson's kick is smothered. Well punched on there by Brown. Clint Ferguson out wide. Sherman, no, can't. Parkinson, got to go here. Terrible hand pass. Power. The gun full forward has hit the target as well. Well, it didn't happen at all in 1997. Now scores are level here, but this is quite a significant factor because they waited all 1997 for that target behind the goals to be hit, and we've seen it happen twice this year. We've sort of, it hit the pole. I've just been told by our producer Neil Franks hit the pole, but Neil, you think it hit the target that time? I thought it did, and anyway, last year you got all your gear supplied for a year if you got that, but not this year. The Siam Press time clock, 1.5 minutes gone. Scores are level, 2-2-14 apiece.
Charging off half back, good at attacking defensive work. If there's such a thing by the Beaumaris side, they've worked it towards centre half forward. Diving in after those, Benny Arts, great work. Slams onto the boot towards half forward, chipping in, courageous mark there at centre half back. He's taken high as well. That's Sherman. Sherman gets up rather groggily. Power, a few words being said to him, and he now has to trot back. Puts the hands up and said, "I didn't mean it, boss." 25-metre penalty.
Well, that's the second 25 that they've conceded, the Rovers, and that's just too undisciplined.
Sherman says thank you and drives up towards the half-forward line. A chance there. Quick kick by Fisher towards the goal square. Bounces to the right-hand side. Through for one behind. A margin 5 points. We've played 2.25 minutes in the second term. Beaumaris 2-3-15. Hampton Rovers 2-2-14. The smoke-free scoreboard.
And ominous signs for Brett Marchant. In that opening passage of play, the Sharks went forward, but Hobson, he's just in everything in defence for the Rovers, and they got it straight down the other ground. They're looking, I think they're actually going to upset the Sharks today. They look a little lazy, the Sharks, I think.
Changing your prediction is Jason Frankel. Jury was up high, didn't take it. Now we've been impressed by Hobson across half back. Good give to Steve Anderson. Out they come again, the Rovers. McKellar, that's downfield. Hoare was bumped after he kicked it by Holt. and they'll go for goal. They'll go for the lead. Will the Rovers? And Clint Ferguson's the man. At least it's Natoli. He's come back on with that head bandage after being sent off with a cut eye above the cut eye. He'll kick from directly in front, 35 metres out. He's got the breeze behind him. Trailed by a point. Now they lead by 5 points to the Rovers. Plenty of enthusiasm, a young team. Only a couple of players over the age of 24. And on the Soak free scoreboard, Hampton 3-2-20, Beaumaris 2-3-15, 4 minutes, second term.
Well, we've spoken enough about undisciplined play and how costly that can be in a grand final, but it's the likes of Arts and Natalie and Ferguson too, who, well, they're running the Sharks ragged really at ground level. Good use of the skills in difficult conditions.
Good ruck contest. There's Denver Arts again, twisting, turning, trying to break clear of the tackle. Couldn't do so. Diving in there strongly. Now, Beaumaris trying to get the ball out. It was Pitts, couldn't do so. Little handball though was good. Up towards half forward, clears the pack. Hanrahan stretching out in vain. Couldn't take it with him. There's that man Hobson yet again, but weaving out of the pack is Quinn. He's taken in a tackle. Some brilliant work going on at centre half forward. Will play go on? Surely the umpire has to come in now. He does. There'll be a bounce. There's a little bit of niggle there now. The umpire perhaps letting that go on a little bit too long. Players quite aggressive at centre half forward. Thrown up. Balled up. How should we put that, Brad? I know you don't like the term throw up. And he asked play to get on very quickly. It did. Stopped a little bit of biffo at centre half or thrown out. And did the umpire see that? No, he's paid a push in the back. And again, he was blindside on that occasion. He'll be a kick in the centre of the ground for Beaumaris. Comes out wide. Excellent kick. Finds Martin at a half forward. Beaumaris looking for a goal just to steady things down.
Free kick downfield.
Thanks for picking that out. And it's going to Mahmood. So that's a costly one there. One that you can ill afford to give away. Day's the player to have infringed. And Mahmood, leading goal scorer in C-section, has got a chance to goal directly in front, just 25 metres out. And we'll wait on this kick. And just watching Natalie before runs a little bit like Barry Mitchell, the former Carlton Sydney Swans player. Just watch him move.
And watch Mahmood's kicking style. Most unorthodox.
Here comes Mahmood directly in front. It certainly is. Drops onto the boot with both hands instead of guiding it down with one, as you see in the textbook. And he's missed to the left-hand side. One behind. A bad miss. And Beaumaris go to 2 goals. 4-16. Hampton Rovers 3-2-20. Smoke-free scoreboard.
Well, it certainly was an awkward kicking style, but it's netted him 59 goals this year, so certainly effective to some extent.
Day to kick it in. They were hoping to play Parkinson down back, but he's obviously injured. What a kick in. Right up to the wing, the Pean Highway side. Now, taking it away is Brown, and they're into attack are the Rovers. Ball punched away by Fraser. Buttering up though, coming through again is a Rovers player, Drew Anderson, Blick, taken by Clint Ferguson, power, and he's copped one. Surely he's going to get a free kick. That is terrible. He was taken highly then.
Did he have the mark and the free kick?
Well, I thought he did, and I think that is sad. Oh, those sorts of things can turn grand finals. Got to stay focused. Steve Anderson drives his side forward again, and Jason Frankel, you've heard what Rob and I think. What do you think?
Well, we've said a lot about umpires this year, but fair dinkum, that was the worst non-decision I've seen in many years of football.
Did he actually? I'm not sure if he actually made contact. There was certainly contact made, we think. Maybe it was a great act by Power. I'm not sure. Maybe he's thrown the head back looking for the free kick. That's the only thing I can think of, because surely, well, I thought he took the mark initially. And then if he didn't get the mark, certainly the free kick.
Well, it's a great act if you can think about that in the one action. And he didn't, it was all done so fluently.
Very difficult to do in mid-air, I would have thought.
Thrown back into play. Over the top there was Parkinson. Another pack form. Slippery conditions. Players from both sides are desperate. And as you say, Brad, so crucial. A goal there, you would have thought, one of the leading goal scorers in C-grade football from 20 metres out. Gives them a 10-point break in a low-scoring game. A huge call by the umpire not to make a decision, let play go on. Denver Arts goes up in ruck. Coming through there was Hawke. Couldn't take the ball with him. And we're going to have another bounce, are we? No, they're happy to let play go on. Can be a good move sometimes. I think inside those packs it does become pretty heated. Some great tackling there. Catlin was relieved of the football. Benyard shrugs 2. Can't shrug 3 and is now penalised correctly by the umpire. That's a better decision. Through the centre of the ground go Bo Morris up towards centre half forward. Mark, no, not taken there. Should have perhaps dived forward to take that one. There's still a chance at half forward. Quick kick there by Quinn. It'll make the distance. It'll bounce through for a goal from 45 on the angle. Great kick by Quinn. Vacant goal square. And it slips through on the wet turf of Elsternwick Park. And after dominating for 5 minutes or so, Hampton Rovers, they now have conceded a goal. Very unlucky, and they now trail by 2 points. 8.5 minutes gone. Second quarter C grade grand final. It's Bo Morris 3-4-22. Hampton Rovers 3-2-20. Smoke free scoreboard and the smoke free commentator Jason Frankel.
And that's where it becomes vital, isn't it? It's like a 2-goal turnaround. Instead of Hampton having a goal, which they might have had from Powers, mark or free kick, and it goes down the other end and the Sharks have one on the board. But that's what they're doing that well, the Sharks, running into the forward line well, and a good kick too from Quinn from just inside 45.
Another free kick. And it's going to be Fisher. Mills up high over the back, the punch. Trying to burst his way through and doing well. I was impressed by that by Justin Ferguson. Smoke-free wing. At the back, Sherman, Ward, Holt. Blick comes in. Now Hoare. Bad tap. Mitchell. He's a bit awkward as well. Centre half forward. Punched away again by Justin Ferguson. Jury out wide. This is Groves into full forward. Chance for Mahmood. Oh, smart play Brown. And he rushes it through for a behind. On the smoke-free scoreboard, Beaumaris 3-5-23. They lead by 3 points. Hampton Rovers 3-2-20. We've gone 10 minutes on the Sion Press time clock. Jason Frankel. Terrific marks and terrible umpiring are part of any game, and they can inspire you or have a negative effect. But if you want to be premier, you've got to be bigger than that.
Absolutely, and look, I think the Rovers have taken it well. They seem just as determined as they were in the first quarter, and I don't think they're going to let anything come between them.
A little kick looked awkward, but it's found Mahmood on the chest at centre half forward. Awkward kick though. He's got a kick from just inside the 45-metre arc. The distance will test him. Another goal here, and they take a 9-point lead, Bo Morris, after Hampton Rovers did appear to have the edge. Almost 11 minutes gone in the second quarter. Mahmood, leading goal scorer in C-section. A steady approach in the awkward way. He drops the ball onto his boot. Both hands let it go. The kick is long. Has it got the legs? It has. It's through for a goal. Great kick. And they edge further in advance of Hampton Rovers. They're 4-5-29. Bo Morris, Hampton Rovers are 3-2-20. 11 minutes gone in the second term here at Elsternwick Park.
And it'd be very pleasing for Brett Marchant because they haven't looked particularly good, the Sharks, yet they have a 9-point lead, which is important in a low-scoring game. But an important move perhaps for Russell Barnes would be to match up Quentin Groves, who is running loose in the midfield. He's not doesn't have anyone alongside him, and he's able to create play.
Out of the centre they come again. Andrew Quinn slips. He gets it back to Jury. Mark's taken centre half forward. Catlin. Quick. This is what they want to do. Oh, well done there by Scarlett, the finger tipper. Kicked off the ground by Martin. That's Martin of the Rovers. 2 Martins out there today. And that was Ben Martin of the Hampton Rovers. And we should point out that umpire Jackson and umpire Thwaites, we saw them last week in the A grade, I think it was. They did well. I've seen umpire Jackson, who made that decision before on power, 3 times this year, and that's the first time I've seen him make a major blue. So as Hobson takes the mark, I think it's important to see things on balance, Jason.
Look, all umpires make mistakes, as all players do occasionally too.
But Brown, he's taken a tremendous mark. Now, his father's Billy Brown, played in Sandringham's firsts back in the 1970s. And one particular game when Sandy was trying to avoid relegation. And they had a big brawl down at the Beach Oval. Famous game as Denver Arts. He puts up to power. Can he recover? Was he taken high there by Mitchell? Jars out. Free kick to advantage. Natoli. He goals. And they're back again, Hampton Rovers. They trail by 3 points. Smoke-free scoreboard. Beaumaris 4-5-29. Hampton Rovers 4-2-26, 13 minutes, second term Cyan Press. And for sports cover, Jason Frankel.
He's proving to be a real headache, Anthony Natoli, giving him a tremendous run. But really, that was the second efforts of Power and McKellar too in the forward line to force the ball out. Power, ball came to ground and he knocked it on, and McKellar, just that diving second effort to free the ball up for Natoli. It's great stuff.
He's like an angry ant across half forward there, isn't he, Natalie? He just very excited by that goal.
Think he'll be impressed by being called a girl's name. It's actually Natoli.
Natoli, is it?
Yes.
Natoli. Okay, that's the correct pronunciation. You've been to Deepest Darks Italy for that, have you?
Deepest Dark, what's that mean?
Thrown back, or punch forward in fact, towards the half forward line, going towards the forward pocket there for Hampton Rovers. Natoli there again. He can't take it. There'll be a bounce at the on the half forward flank, 45 metres out from goal.
The reason why I know it's Natoli is that there was a VAFA umpire called John Natoli. He also umpired for the VFA, and he won a car in a Melbourne Football Club raffle. And I asked this Natoli, any relation? He said no, unfortunately.
Ward fisted away towards the half forward flank, smothered and will go out of bounds. Denver Arts here again with Blick, and it'll be a boundary throw in 70 metres out from the Hampton Rovers goal. Just 3 points in it. The game's seesawing. Either side can walk away with this contest. Parkinson to do battle with Ward. Parkinson works his way to the front. Now Ward does, and punches it yet again towards the boundary line. Still at half forward, a little bit further out from the Hampton Rovers goal, some 80 metres around from the goal they're attacking. We've got a sea of green and gold to our left, and I think at some of the events at the Commonwealth Games had half as many supporters in the crowd. They'd be pretty happy. It looks great, the support Hampton Rovers have here today, as do Beau Morris. Quick kick out of the pack there by McKellar, finds Natoli. Oh, not paid perhaps. Oh, throw. No, that wasn't a throw. Legal handball, said the umpire. Taken away by Fraser. Aussie, well tackled and now penalised. Oh, Hoare there has got the free kick. A huge left or right. I missed which hand it was.
It was a right.
It was a right. And Natoli picks himself up off Elston Wick Park. Well, we've seen it all, Jason. Hoare has the kick. He can kick this. He's on the boundary line. It's like a little swipe from a little tiger cub or something, wasn't it? Here comes Hoare on the boundary line. 45 metres out from goal. They've kicked them from here all year. Sets it out, perhaps a little bit too far. The left-hand side, Power from behind. Up high. Did he infringe? No, it's allowed to go through for one behind. He had hands on shoulders, but it was legal. Hampton Rovers 4-3-27. Beau Morris 4-5-29. It's grand final day, and anything goes here at Elsternwick Park, as we just saw.
And Mills coming off for Beau Morris, being replaced by McLean. So Brett Marchant just bringing on the smaller player for the tall Mills.
That punch didn't connect. A great mark by Steve Anderson, but certainly it was should have been a 25-metre penalty. So the Rovers, they've got to make sure they don't get frustrated. These things happen. The torp from Steve Anderson, punched away by Ward. Mitchell goes for touch over the boundary line. He gets it. It's a rush behind. Smoke-free scoreboard. Beau Morris 4-5-29. They now lead by behind. Sorry, they lead by, 1 point. Hampton Rovers 4-4-28. And we've gone 16 and a half minutes on the Cyan Press time clock. Well done there by McKellar. Now that was Fisher. And this is Matthew Quinn to Mitchell. As I said, a link man across half-back. Oh, Hobson. You read that well. On the smoke-free wing.
Another C name on your theme of C there. Hobson's Bay.
Yes, good one.
Just about the best player on the ground, I think.
Centre half forward to ground. Out comes Natoli. Was that touched? On the half volley. Oh, smart play underneath the tunnel ball there. Power's got it. The left foot snap is superb. The Rovers are leading by 5 points. And it was Ben Martin who gave the tunnel ball great vision. Smoke-free scoreboard by Morris 4-5-29. Hampton Rovers 5-4-34. 17 and a half minutes on the Cyan Press time clock.
And that's his third goal, Power, taking him to 93 for the season. If you can get another one or two, and the big ton might just become a factor for Hampton, and, well, that'd certainly spur them on, wouldn't it?
In the centre of the ground, Ward, Denver Arts was there. Oh, taken high, surely a free kick. Play on is the call on Hoare. What's going on, Jason? This umpiring Really, they're just letting everything go. Head-high tackles, little uppercuts.
Anything goes in finals football.
Amazing. It's on the centre wing position. Glen Huntley Road, end of the ground is where Beaumaris are kicking. Hampton Rovers kicking towards the golf links. It's a 5-point ball game.
I've got the challenge ahead of me. Our producer sung out the umpires are atrocious. He hasn't said anything all year, and he's come out with that. I've got to try and be supportive of umpires. The challenge is there.
I'm sure you can do it. Mitchell chasing hard after it, but probably happy to see it over the boundary line. 50 metres around from the goal that Hampton Rovers are attacking. And I'm not sure, well, I'm not going to say any more at this juncture. Beaumaris, they trail by 5 points. Hampton Rovers have had a lot of the play in this quarter and perhaps could be a couple of goals up if they'd had some luck with the umpires, perhaps. Ferguson has it. No play on's the call now. A chance at centre-half forward still. Now a free kick's been picked out. And the Bronx cheers will go up here as it goes to Hampton Rovers.
McKellar.
McKellar has it. He's the captain of Hampton Rovers. Balks beautifully. Plays on, almost slips over. Goes again, breaks the tackle. Finds his teammate Helliger just on. He slips. Not used to the conditions. And they might have wasted this. No, the turnover's there in their favour. Ferguson, quick kick out of the pack. But a mark there in the last line of defence. Beaumaris has it. A player there. Brad, I'll get you to pick out in a moment. Pitts has it. Also a state player.
Certainly was.
Murray Pitts has it. Now looking for his options between fullback and centre-half back. Goes for a wobbly torpedo in front. Benny Arts takes a good mark on the chest. And they're attacking relentlessly at the moment, Hampton Rovers. Benny Arts between centre and centre-half forward. They lead by 5 points. Goes short. And he's picked out his teammate Blick. Blick marginally closer to goal. Surely still too far to score, though. He'll kick from just outside 50 metres. Here comes Blick. Well, he looks fairly steady. Maybe does fancy himself. Very experienced player. Goes very long. It won't make the distance. Huge pack in the square. Power weights down off the ground. The kick is through for one behind. And Power, normally the high leaper himself, on this occasion stayed down, and it was the right decision off the side of the boot. Unfortunately, it's a goal the difference. Hampton Rovers 5-5-35, Beaumaris 4-5-29 on the smoke-free scoreboard. 20.5 minutes gone, sign press time clock.
He's an exciting player to watch, Power, and as we say, just approaching the ton, and a likely prospect too with the mop of blonde hair that must attract the umpires' votes, Brad.
Look, it does, and that's been proven over the years. Nicholson has taken the mark up high. Oh, just about pulled in by Holt, and the other player was Ben Arts. Jury with a quick kick. Brown sets himself. What a great athlete he is. From the side of the square up to centre half forward. Fraser gets a hand to it. Martin. Pitts. It's favourable for him. Let's look at the delivery. Well done, Scarlett, to smother. And this is Andrew Quinn. Does well to get it up to Hanrahan. Out wide. By himself is Catlin. He taps the ball on now. In comes Hobson. You've liked him, Jason.
He's playing superbly, and look, as are all the Rovers.
Now that was Drew Anderson working hard. Sherman back into centre half forward the flank. Now we've got a pack. What will happen here? Out comes Scarlett with it. Into the centre. Mitchell. He's also got an awkward sort of kicking style. Just about effective. Brown couldn't take it. Being held there was McKellar. And the Rovers will relieve off halfback.
Good kick by McKellar. Picks out his teammate, Steve Anderson. Beautiful balk there. Buys himself some time. Kicks it up around the centre wing. Blick. No, clears him. Goes further afield, and there's a lot of little backhanders going on at the moment. Martin's got the kick. Goes up towards half forward. In front, no mark taken by Parkinson. Clever by Blick. Over the top to his teammate Wills. Runs to 40 and slams it home for another one. Hampton by 2 goals. The Rovers. Great kick there by Wills. They move to 6-5-41. Beaumaris 4-5-29. Smoke-free scoreboard. 22.5 minutes gone. Second term C-grade VAFA Grand Final. You're on Channel 31 for sports cover. Jason Frankel.
Well, they're exciting to watch today, the Rovers. They are right on the ball. Their pressure is relentless. They are running hard, and they've got the little men in the positions around the ground and across the midfield to force the ball forward. Top kick too from Wills.
Well, there were too many in the square. Groves was the man infringing for the Beaumaris team. Off the ground there, McKellar. Steve Anderson with the jab. Holt threw himself across the ball, and now it's being taken over by McLean. And we'll have a throw in. Now that arc, that blue line you can see is 45 metres out, 45 in amateur football. We've got 5 minutes of important football here before the half, and a 12-point lead, a 2-goal lead to the Hampton Rovers. That's being held, and Nicholson will take the free kick. His uncle is Ron Nicholson, the president of the Beaumaris Rovers. He was part of the move back in '94 to go out of the Southern Football League and come over to the amateur competition. Jury takes the mark, shows a good leap. He's the volleyballer I was talking about. Can't believe they'd announced the team for 2000, 2 years away from it, but that's the way some sports operate. Nice take, Ben Arts. Smoke-free wing of Elsternwick Park. It's a fairly clogged forward line. That's the attacking end to the right of screen. Jury goes back, punches it away well. I suppose you'd say he'd spiked it. Now this is Groves. He's run out of bounds. That's a throw in. And we'll check. We're just about to hit time on of the second term. 2-goal lead to Hampton.
And they're really slipping over a lot, the Rovers. I just wonder whether they perhaps got the moulded soles in rather than the screw-in stops.
Natoli coming off for a break. Grimmer coming on. Interesting move. Natoli's been very busy across half forward. Set up a couple of goals. It'll kick out of the pack. Finds Fisher. Who went for the handball, then was tackled. Brown held by the jumper. The umpire's side onto it, not paid. Play on's the call. Grabbed in the tackle there was Scarlett. Still forcing the ball forward. Now a chance for McKellar. He's happy to see it over the boundary line. And there'll be a throw in between wing and half forward.
And in that passage of play, you can see why, why I think Hampton Rovers are going to go on and win this grand final. Their pressure at the contest is just relentless. And the Sharks don't have any space to try and set something up forward.
Brown high leaping. Knocks it forward around the wing. The play just on Grimmer. Has to ride the bump of Groves. Can't do so. Little handball comes out by Quinn. Oh, they're hard at it on the boundary line. McLean in there. Benny Arts, fantastic stuff. And there'll be a throw in directly below the commentary box.
Rob, you wouldn't want to run into Benny Arts in a dark alley, would you?
You're quite right. Directly below the greatest production company in the living world, Delphinus Video Production. It's sent forward into the middle of Elsternwick Park. Flying after it there was Stephen Anderson. Couldn't take it. Left it for his teammate Scarlett. That's opened up a chance there for Holt. Moves it off quickly to Catlin. Up towards centre forward. Hobson does well. Slipped over. Had time to paddle it out to his teammate Day. Day sends it further afield to Drew Anderson. He gathers, sidesteps cleverly. Back there to Day again. He sidesteps also, then pumps a tumbling kick towards half forward. Blick over the top. A huge leap there by Parkinson. Power a long way from the goal square. Vacant square. And Brown's there also. Brilliant knock away though at the last line by Martin towards the goal square. Superior pace by Wills. Off the ground. He's come from nowhere. He has come from nowhere. He challenged Matt Sherman in a 100-metre race with Wills. And he's come through and kicked the goal. 7-5-47. Hampton Rovers, Beaumaris 4-5-29. We've played 26.5 minutes on the Cyan Press time clock.
Oh, it's just tremendous stuff, and Will's getting his second goal there. Just, it's lightning pace. And the effort of Martin to try and spoil the ball there. This is grand final football at its very best.
Free kick though, it's come out, might have been 5 in the square. It came from the other field umpire, away from the centre, in the back, and it's going to the Rovers. And I don't have a free kick count for you. This is Ben Arts to take it, but I think some evening, well, at least that they haven't had a good run, have they, the Rovers?
It's, I guess it's a bit like karma. It's come back to help them, the Rovers.
Well, Denver Arts was in front. He rode that knock there by Matt Quinn. Now taking it away here is Groves. Good chip there. He finds Matt Quinn. They'll try and manufacture something here. They trail by 3 goals to the Sharks, but straight to Ben Arts. Couldn't control it. Pitts. Smart play there. He was being held, and that's a free kick. Always frustrating when they hand pass in front of them, but you must make sure you don't retard them after they get rid of it. Pitts, the man on the mark, is 50 metres out. Clogged forward line, back into Matt Quinn. Played with the St Kilda under-19s. So that was back in the early 90s with the VSFL taking over and making it the under-18 competition in 93. What will he do? Not too many options. 28 minutes gone on the sign press time clock. Second term. Centre half forward. Hanrahan just couldn't pull it in. Well picked up here by, is it Vance? It is. And he has kicked it out on the full. So they're doing well here, the Rovers. They're the underdogs, but they lead by 3 goals just on half-time.
And really, well, they're strangling the Sharks' forward efforts at the moment. They had a lot of time to set that up, the Sharks, but, well, nothing doing because the Rovers are just so resilient in defence.
Maybe they should be called the giant squids, because only a giant squid could strangle a shark. The ball's at half forward now for Beau Morris. They need a goal just to swing the momentum back the other way or halt the momentum that's been gained by Hampton Rovers in the second half of this second quarter. C-grade grand final day, a bleak Elsternwick Park, but this game is played with great intensity and much ferocity at times. A couple of little on-the-ball incidents have been allowed by the umpire, but there's certainly been a lot of vigour in this game so far. It's been a great contest. C-grade grand final. It's 30 metres around from the Beau Morris goal. Hampton Rovers will be desperate to hold them out. They lead by 3 goals. Brown wins it again. What a ruckman he is. But only as far as an opposing player, or missed on that occasion. Kicked into the square though, and Day has the mark on the last line of defence for Hampton Rovers. So Day to clear. Mahmood's on his mark. Oh no, it's gone through from behind, said the umpire.
It was kicked off. When it was kicked, it was touched, and umpire Thwaites correctly goes in to indicate that to the goal umpire. He wasn't to know that. So good decision by umpire Thwaites to go and indicate that it was a touched ball.
Day, a high kick around the wing. Up high there, Denver Arts couldn't take the ball with him. Big pack formed at half back there for Hampton Rovers. There'll be a bounce. They lead by 17 points. Ticked over 30 minutes here in the second term. It's 7-5 playing 4-6. The Rovers lead. And
the Sharks are really under the pump. They've by far been the best side in C-section throughout the year, and yet they find themselves 3 goals adrift in the grand final. Some hard thinking for Brett Marchant at half-time, I'd imagine.
Now, both these teams will advance to B grade next year, and Denver Arts picks up yet another possession. He goes for the torp, time running out, wants to get it moving. Fraser's in front, Parkinson at the back, out of bounds, and we'll have another throw in. Now, the quarters in amateur football are the old-fashioned 25-minute ones, where throw-ins are part of real time, as opposed to the AFL, where they have 20-minute quarters, and they stop the clock for throw-ins. That was Ward winning it, but McKellar, he gets it over to that man. Denver Arts, power, too late. That won't stand that mark. So at half-time, on the smoke-free scoreboard, Hampton, 7 goals 5, 47. Beau Morris, 4-6, 30. At quarter-time, it was a goal lead to Beau Morris, and Hampton now lead by 18 points on this sports cover VAFA C-grade grand final on Channel 31. And we start the second half of the grand final in C-grade with Brown winning the tap. Now that was Hoare over to McKellar. Steve Anderson well tackled by Jury into a pack there. It's messy. Jury again jars it out to the Nepean Highway side. And Matt Quinn kicks it towards the boundary line. He keeps it in. Fraser picks it up. They could manufacture something here. Well tackled. Great tackle there from that player in Halliger on Holt. Now, play goes on. Nish, new player on the ground. Centre half forward. Fisher, great tap out. Running onto it is Pitts. Just can't pick it up. Now picking up is Mahmood towards full forward. And look at that. They've made a big change there. Vaughan down the forward line. And only one behind. And with the difference now is 16 points to the Rovers. And I note also that Hanrahan is on the ball, the captain for the Sharks. is down there. Sorry, is that Groves, Jason?
Well, Groves has gone down to full back on power, and as you say, Vaughan now in front of goals.
Kick out from full back by Day of the Hampton Rovers. Goes out very wide. Mark in front there. Fraser not paid play on the call, and now holding the ball decision goes against Hampton Rovers. Kick to be taken by Jury. Goes in short is good, and Vaughan already lively. Did he look to play on then? He does now. The centering kick towards Holt. Well knocked away by Benny Arts. Still a chance out ground level. Scooped up well by Quinn. Quick kick around the body. Is it long enough? Just touched on the line. Desperate effort, and a push has been paid, has it? Ferguson has got the free kick.
Great call, definitely there.
Ferguson has it full back for the Hampton Rovers. They lead by 16 points. 2 minutes gone on the sign press time clock. Third quarter, C grade VAFA grand final. Hampton Rovers 7-5, Beaumaris 4-7. Favours the Nepean Highway side of Elswick Park. Goes out the direction of a Jury. He can't gather it. It's out of bounds 50 metres around from the Beaumaris goal. Pretty tough start, and Jace Beaumaris looking pretty primed to launch an assault early in this third quarter.
Yes, and well, look, Brett Marchant will be hoping for a slightly more lively forward line. Vaughan took the mark there before, but Mills and Mahmood just, well, they hardly saw the ball in the first half. So a forward line setup change was certainly on the cards for the Sharks.
Hampton Rovers have worked it further forward, out of the danger zone. They're now between wing and their half-back line. Still on the Nepean Highway side of Elswick Park. They lead by 16 points. Smoke-free scoreboard thrown back in. Jury lurking at the back. Brown, as he did for the entire first half, leaping high, won the contest, knocked down at ground level. Jury diving in hard after it in the long sleeves. Once again, we'll have a boundary throw in. Between wing and half-back, Hampton Rovers have the ball in their defensive zone, but only slightly. They have a lead of 16 points. Where's Brown? Leaps from a standing start, makes contact. Not as big as you would have liked. Looked like he was heading for the boundary line again. Stephen Anderson dives in on top of it and will have a bounce. Still in that same vicinity of Elswick Park. 3.5 minutes gone. C grade grand final. We're in the third term. A 16-point lead to Hampton Rovers.
And sorry, Brad.
There's a stop there as it's been thrown off the ground. Mahmood wasn't too happy about that. Must have been some sort of a rock or something. Off it goes. There's the bounce by umpire Thwaites. His first bad bounce in 3 weeks, if they can call that bad. And yet again, it's going to be thrown in. It was out of bounds before the kick was taken. Now, Hampton Rovers, established in 1923, I said before, by Norm Boss James. He established the first Hampton Scout group the same year, and he gave the green and gold colours. They were the colours of Australia, so that's the colours he wanted for his club. He's holding the ball, Pitts. Great tackle, Hoare. Advantage is loud. Athleticism here from Brown. He goes over here to Halliger. Centre half forward. Natoli in front of Nicholson. 45 metres out. Power on the half volley. Great tap back. Steve Anderson. Back over to Power. Left foot. He's a left footer, but out in front. Great take there by Sherman, one of the stars of the Beaumaris Sharks. He's on the crowd side here of Elswick Park. Smoke-free wing. Hanrahan on the ball. Was he taken down there by Drew Anderson? Niche gets the kick. Up towards centre half forward now. Scarlett shows some pace. Now go by hand. Goes out of bounds there. Couldn't do much with that. Could Justin Ferguson. And we'll have a throw in 45 metres away from the golf links end. That's where Beaumaris is kicking, and we think it's worth a 3-goal breeze down there.
And if they can maintain this pressure, the Rovers, and just restrict the Sharks' scoring efforts, it's really going to put the pressure on the Sharks as the game wears on.
It's a mess, and at the bottom of that pack is Day and also Vance, number 28 there for the Sharks. Umpire Thwaites, an excellent bouncer. The best I think I've seen in 20 years of watching football. And his decision-making today has been criticised at half-time, as has his partner, Umpire Jackson. But so far, the game has been kept well in control in this second half. The hand pass there came from Andrew Quinn, number 6, and it was worked over the bounds once again, 45 metres away from Beaumaris's goal. Hampton Rovers won their first premiership in 1951. It was an A-grade flag. The tap in. Now here's Quinn. Andrew goes out wide. Fisher, a chance to score the major, and he has. Loose work there from the defence of the Rovers. And on the smoke-free scoreboard, Hampton Rovers 7-5-47, Beaumaris 5-7-37, and we've gone 7 minutes, third term on the Sion Press time clock.
And that must be out of their book of set plays, the Sharks, for when the ball's wide, and they brought the ball back in, and Quinn just knocking it forward where Fisher, in an absolute paddock of space, just forward of 45 and a good snap, and just the start the Sharks would have wanted.
The centre of Elsnowik Park, a 10-point lead now to Hampton Rovers. Beaumaris fighting hard to get back in the contest. Brown's there, couldn't take it away, out of the centre. Chance now for Parkinson, look for a teammate. They're running hard though, Beaumaris. Brown there, Ben Arts has his head taken off. He did duck. The tackle was around the neck vicinity. Perhaps play on could have been called, but Ben Arts has won the free kick defensive side of centre. Ben Arts, a very good player in the first half, very hard at it, aggressive player, one of Jason Frankel's favourites. He transfers play across to the Nepean Highway side of Elsnowik Park. He's picked out a teammate. That player there was Drew Anderson, up towards half forward. Poor kick, they leave himself down, and it's Hanrahan who has the mark at centre half back for Beaumaris. Sets looking to set up play, drives it to half forward, up high, great mark. Very sticky fingers there by Fraser. Looks to play on, little short kick in the direction of Vaughan, comes out, takes a great mark, he had 2 to beat. Very good mark. Day came in from the side there, couldn't knock him off the line he was charging through at. And Vaughan has the mark at centre half forward for Beaumaris. Things are looking ominous.
Well, they certainly didn't set the ball up at all like that in the first half, and 2 players who found themselves in the back line, Vaughan and Fraser, involved in that passage of play.
Here comes Vaughan, the top knotted one. 47 metres, looks good off the boot and is straight and direct. Great kick, full back for the first half, full forward for the second half. Silvani-like, he strokes that one through for a great goal. 6-7 plays 7-5, a 4-point lead to Hampton Rovers. 8.5 minutes Sion Press time clock.
And really that's a good sign for Brett Marchant that his moves are certainly giving some indication that they're going to pay off. And as we mentioned, the swapping of the 2 players there, Fraser and Vaughan, from defence into attack, virtually bringing immediate rewards.
Great coaching. Brown, big tap out. Out they come again. Holt's kick was smothered by Drew Anderson. Steve Anderson, no relation, gets a quick kick. Mitchell's here first on that Nepean Highway wing. Fantastic game here, the C-grade grand final. Out first was Hobson. He makes one of his few mistakes. Vaughan, great tap. Andrew Quinn, just couldn't control it. Could Vance. Now Matt Quinn, big kick, only behind, and they edge closer. Beaumaris 6-8-44. Hampton 7-5-47, 3 points in it on the smoke-free scoreboard. 9.5 minutes gone on the Sion Press time.
And a sense of urgency about their game, which certainly was lacking in the first half, Beaumaris.
Day kicks out, good distance with the kick too. Wind not a factor really. Slap down, there's Hobson. Does well, off to McKellar, the skipper. He's got time to settle. Goes short to centre half forward. It's a lovely kick. Parkinson looking to play on, can do so. Breaks the tackle. Handball not good though. Just enough pressure applied by the half back line of Beaumaris. And there'll be a bounce 60 metres out from the Hampton Rovers goal. They need another one to steady down. They lead by just 3 points, the Rovers.
Ben Martin, one of the keys to the Hampton Rovers forward line, has come off. He's got his knee brace on, had to pass a fitness test on Thursday night. He's limped off, and on comes McGregor.
Quick kick out of the pack there by Holt, very high. A good mark though. Hampton Rovers have it. McKellar plays on quickly, still favouring the wing here. Reaching out for it, one hand was Parkinson. Poor kick by McKellar, the skipper. He's kicked it out of bounds on the full. Perhaps a centering kick might have been more use. Looking for power perhaps. Hanrahan's got the relieving free kick. Drives it around the wing. Lovely mark though there. McKellar's chipped in. Has he redeemed himself? Was it Helliger? The quick kick into the centre of the ground. Finds Brown. Plays on quickly. Where's Power? The ball hangs up in the air. Power misses it. Overruns it. Handball out for Groves. Now Hanrahan in fact gathered it. Further afield to Nish. Let's hope he can find his niche. Can he find his man? The ball goes up to the half-forward line for Beau Morris. Running very hard at it there is Fisher. Can he gather? Brilliant pressure applied, though, by his opponent. And that player was McGregor. Oh, he's given away a free kick. Well, what do you know? Fisher's got it. A terrible kick towards half-forward. It might come off. Falls short. Vaughan's there again. He's been a danger man. He's got 2 to beat. Slaps it forward cleverly. Fisher, terrible. Had his hands on his hips, just contemplating life as the ball dribbled out of bounds. He didn't bank on the fact that Vaughan wasn't going to give up that contest for dead. The ball was slapped forward to him, and he was thinking about other things. The ball knocked down. Brown gathers. Quick kick in towards the half-forward line. Slapped out cleverly. Away there is Wills. The long kick towards half-forward. Where's Natoli? Looks to slap it on. Here comes Power. He's got an open goal square. He has one bounce. Great shepherding, Parkinson. Power runs in and kicks it from 10 metres. And then slaps the hands on the fence. Great play by Power. He's a goal sneak. Plays at full forward, but he plays like Jeff Farmer. And he's kicked another one at ground level. Good goal by Power. Hampton 8-5-53. The Hampton Rovers, that is. Beau Morris 6-8-44. Smoke-free scoreboard. 12 minutes gone. Sign press time clock.
Oh, he's an exciting player to watch. Power, just shades of Alan Jakovic there, bringing the crowd into the game. But look, very good work from Parkinson to provide the shepherd and allow Power to go into goal. That's his 4th, 94 for the season.
Could he get 10 today? That'll take him to 100. They win it then, the Rovers. But he's doing well, Power. Out of the... Oh, great smother Hanrahan. But taking it again was Justin Ferguson. Natoli, he's been busy. Tremendous play to 45. Oh, smart play Groves. Was able to take the mark. Awkward kick. Now Nish through his legs. Didn't look too good. Hall overruns it. Sherman gets the kick. In front here is Fisher. McGregor's just come on. Fisher goes for the tap. Justin Ferguson for the Rovers gets it out of bounds. 9-point ball game. Rovers lead on the smoke-free scoreboard. Nearly halfway through the 3rd term.
Oh, it's anybody's game. It's a fantastic contest and the crowd really becoming involved.
The Sharks, that's out on the full, I think, or deliberately wasting time. Neither. So we get another throw-in on the smoke-free wing. Attacking side for the Sharks.
I know it's slippery, Jason, but 3 or 4 times in the last minute or so, players have overrun the ball. Now, I think in finals, got to get your whole body behind it, just keep it in front of you, and they haven't done that in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think it's been a worry all day, hasn't it?
Good linking here by the Rovers. Natoli on the end of that. Going up high, Halliger takes the mark. Good play there by Martin to hold him up. Look for Power. He's going to centre it. The high rise there came from Groves. Important mark. Could that be 25 against Drew Anderson? It's not. They're just holding up here, the Sharks. Pitts, well skilled. Good fair bump during the kick. I'll pay that. Here he comes again, Denver Arts. Taps it over to his captain, McKellar. Tremendous tackling. Superb quality football since the opening minutes. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, Jason Frankel.
Absolutely, Brad, and you called it right. The pressure there on the player who was clearing the ball from the Beau Morris backline was just tremendous. And I mean, it's those little things that really count in the end.
And Natoli finally got a left foot kick to carry some distance. If he got the previous one to carry over, he had power in the goal square almost. He couldn't quite manage it. Good mark, gutsy mark, Stephen Anderson. He had Nish bearing down on him. Centering kicks clever into the centre of Elsternwick Park. They can set play up here, Hampton Rovers. They've rekindled their efforts from the 2nd quarter now, and they're going ahead in leaps and bounds. Quick kick up towards full forward. Where's Power? He's nowhere to be seen. Now a chance though. Hoare couldn't control it. Ducking and weaving, Parkinson back to Blick. Quick kick into the square. Where's Power? Forcing his way through the pack. Couldn't take the mark. Hoare charges out. It's out of bounds before he or Sherman could gather. 30 metres around from the Hampton Rovers goal. Beau Morris started strongly in the 3rd term, but it's now Hampton Rovers coming right back into their own, and they're leading by 9 points. Thrown back in, over the top, good knock. Park, Hoare, brilliant. Long knock towards the square. Chiming in there was Groves, and he thumps it over the line. 15 metres around from the Hampton Rovers goal. They're kicking towards the Glen Huntley Road end of Elsternwick Park. The breeze probably not really a factor. Thrown in once more. Hanrahan in front, over the top, Denver Arts. Looking there for McKellar. long kick out of defence though, looking for Jury. Went up one arm, still controls it. Onto the right boot, clever kick, finds his teammate. Will he go? No, he won't, because Ben Arts was bearing down on him, and Nish has it at half back and will clear for Beaumaris.
On the edge of the square, up high, Mills, he couldn't pull it in. McGregor tries to get the hand pass. Andrew Quinn, he's quick. Up to centre half forward, Mahmood, no. Day desperate. Now this is Brown. Denver Arts, our beautiful pass. Natoli, not good enough. Nicholson, but look at Natoli. He recovers. But well played, Groves, read that well in front of Power. And he'll take it away to the Nepean Highway side.
Oh, to the effort there on Day from Mahmood, it certainly stopped a goal for Beaumaris.
Fisher's taken the mark on that Nepean Highway side. All of a sudden, things go quiet. The mark here to Andrew Quinn. Got some pace, hasn't he? Look at him. Still got the ball. He doesn't pass it to anybody. Good harassment there. Now, can Vaughan do something? He's being held. Not paid. Out of bounds now. Jury just thought he could sneak away with it, but he doesn't. And we've got a 9-point ball game. Rovers leading. 18 minutes gone into the third term on the Cyan Press time clock.
And players are slipping and sliding and overrunning the ball. And we have seen a little bit of wayward disposal in the part of this third term. But I think that that's coming from the tremendous pressure being put on by both sides.
McGregor, good hand pass. Halliger. Now where's that wing? Sherman. That was quick. Hanrahan, the captain, on the ball this term. Out the front was Fraser. Couldn't pull it in. Justin Ferguson, he kicks it towards his opponent's goals. Or it could be a kick. Yeah, it's out of bounds on the full. Yes. Nish got a quick kick, but it hit the goalpost. I wonder about Justin Ferguson then. He sort of put his feet out backwards. I wonder if that could have been construed as an attempt to trip.
Yes, strange there, and just really struggled to gather the ball and forcing it the wrong way. It's unlucky.
From defence, Hampton Rovers, who lead by 9 points, as the sun beams down on Elswick Park a few times today. It's been fairly grey, had some showers. Hampton Rovers in control at the moment, although only leading by 9 points. Long kick in there strongly is Fraser, and happy to keep it in the forward line, slaps it over the line and out of bounds. 18.5 minutes gone, Cyan Press time clock in the third term at Elswick Park.
And Catlin preparing to come back on, and looks, given his dash, that the Sharks probably needed too, just to liven up their midfield.
Up in ruck there was Scarlett. Quick kick out of the pack towards the wing position. Hanrahan has the front position. Parkinson came out of the top, tried to mark it. Might have been better served by spoiling it, or somehow he ends up with the ball. Ward charging through. Now gathered. A free kick's been picked out. Fisher kicked it. Who's going to win the free kick? It's going to go to Beaumaris, and the player there is Wills. That was right the first time. Mills has it.
Now, had the advantage been given there, Beaumaris would have been probably walking into an open goal.
There was a break in play.
Mills between centre and centre half forward. Where's Mahmood? Or Vaughan has been the lively one. He's going to go long up into the square. Where's the high flyer? Vaughan sets himself. He almost had it too. Knocked down. Brown's down there, lending some height and assistance to his defence. And there'll be a bounce just in front of the goal square with Beaumaris threatening. They trail by just 9 points, 20 minutes gone, third term.
What would you do? Put Brown on Vaughan, Jason?
Well, look, I thought, yes, no, look, you're right. I would put Brown on Vaughan.
He's looking dangerous, isn't he? Vaughan, he's got that kick. Vaughan was there. Maybe it was Groves, or was it Andrew Quinn who must have got it through? It was Andrew Quinn, Denver Arts. He must be close to being best on ground. And he kicks to the touch. Good play, because Hampton Rovers have to hold out the Sharks here. We've gone 20 minutes in the third term. Now they lead by 9 points. Remember, the right-hand side of screen, that's the scoring end. So the Rovers, you'd think on the wind adjustment, are in front, in the back. It's going to Jury. You've got to go behind your mark. Was the wrong man, actually. It's meant to go to Fraser. You can see the 45-metre arc. He's a fair way from goal. Looks for Vaughan. Just about pulled it in. Mahmood's there. Was he bumped in the back by Brown? It's going to be a bounce. Metres away from those Beaumaris goals.
And look, the efforts of Brown have been exemplary today. And an important feature of his game is his incredible leap.
And as you said it, Jason, Brown has done that. And I wonder why that isn't deliberately going for the boundary line?
Well, it's a good point because he did fist it straight over, didn't he?
If he actually gets some meterage, fair enough for his side, but I don't like that. Rob?
No, I agree with it. I think
Up
he
high,
should be allowed
Mills.
to do that.
It's messy. They don't want any goals scored here, the Rovers. The Sharks have got to get one, you feel, to burst this game open. They started the term off well, but all of a sudden things have gone quiet.
It's good defensive ruck work. If the opposition ruckman can't work his way into position to foil that, then he should reap the rewards from it.
And we'll see. Brown going up again against Jury. Taking away Drew Anderson. Great tap back by Mills. But it's Justin Ferguson. Gets it over to Scarlett, but the mark's been taken by Martin. Plenty of Sharks loitering around the edge of the centre square. They don't want to muck up their forward area. Big kick by Martin. Punched away by Scarlett. McGregor tries to kick the ball. Andrew Quinn. Fisher, a snap. Again, Brown. That's a good tap away. And that time, that's the sort of tap away to the boundary line, which is terrific.
And they've bottled it up so well defensively, Hampton. On that occasion, as Vaughan went for the mark, there were 4 Rovers players surrounding him. And they don't have a chance, the Sharks, in those circumstances.
Knocked towards the boundary line again. There's Wills. It almost looks like it's a plan, doesn't it, Jason? They've just clogged the back line at the moment.
Yeah, so they've really frustrated the Sharks' efforts all day.
Just trying to maintain their lead, perhaps to three-quarter time, and then hold it in the last term. Up high, Brown infringed, did he? No, being shepherded out. Interesting decision. It's going against Fraser. And the free kick will go to Brown of Hampton Rovers. The short kick looking for Denver Arts is pinpoint. Good kick into a school of Sharks, but he found his man. There's Benny Arts. Denver to Ben. Den to Ben. That'll be a tough one for the family Christmases. There's Blick. Chips in from the side. Hanrahan's there. Went one-handed. Couldn't take it. Pitts. He's been nabbed. No, he hasn't. Hoare didn't take him. He eluded another tackle from Blick. Tumbling punt to half forward. It's all Hampton Rovers and it's all Brown. Good mark once again. Transfers play cleverly. Out onto the Nepean Highway side. The mark spilled. Bad miss by Drew Anderson. He's got support though. Handball comes back there to Day. He fumbles it. Fraser bearing down. Still a chance for Hampton. Can they clear this time? Day rides the bump. Little handball is good enough. Quick kick out of the packed half forward. Hanrahan, brilliant gather on the half volley. Goes short to centre half forward. Beau Morris streaming through there. Quinn taken high, was he? Unintentional play on umpire. Surely Quinn's won a free kick. Crucial decision. Quinn at centre half forward for Beau Morris. Slipping to ground. Very unfortunate there, Hampton Rovers.
Yeah, well, they did have momentum, though, going forward, so it's just given the Rovers time to get back.
Here comes Quinn, 50 out, kicks long, does he? Now off the side of the boot slightly. Where's Brown over the top? He's gone punch crazy, and he's happy to see it over the line, 20 metres around from the Beau Morris goal. We've played 24 minutes in the third term C-grade grand final. The smoke-free scoreboard, Hampton Rovers 8-5-53, Beau Morris 6-8-44.
That's been the move by Russell Barnes. Brown down to the back line. Justin Ferguson, a quick kick. He finds Ben Arts. Links well here with Grimmer. Awkward kick. Hoare runs over that. And Blick just keeps it in. Well done. Ducks your head. Holding the ball. Play on advantage. Here come the Sharks. Great work there by Ben Arts. Now Mills along the ground. Grimmer. He'll go over to Steve Anderson. Backward kick. That's where his players are. Back in that back line, clogging it up. Drew Anderson. He jars it away, and it's well taken away there by Denver Arts. Power. Look how far he is away from full forward. Nepean Highway side. Sherman, no. Natoli. Good recovery skills normally. This is no exception. The hand pass comes back over to Steve Anderson. Too high. And the free kick will come back to Natoli. And another chance here. The Hampton Rovers, they've lost twice this year in the 2 games they've played against Beau Morris. This is not the case today. One of those games was by 12 goals. And we told you earlier that Russell Barnes thinks that his young team has matured by at least 5 players since the last time they met.
And that effort there from Natoli, just outnumbered at the contest, but kept persisting.
Now Martin's taken the kick, taken the mark at least. Now he's the ex-Sandringham player from last year. There were two Martins playing today. Ben Martin's gone off for the Rovers. Just about pulled it in. Is that Mills? No. Plowsicle Wills, at least. I'm getting your mix up there, Rob Cross.
The problem is it's W. Mills.
On that wing, trying to pick it up is Grimmer. Just can't get there. Andrew Quinn, he's been pacey and lively. And Vaughan just couldn't take the mark. Hobson punches it back. Andrew Quinn again. Been great this term. Nish, free kick. And it's going to go 25-metre penalty. And it's going to go to Wills of Hampton.
A shame, really, after the efforts of Quinn to follow up his own work. I mean, that is just exemplary. And then for a teammate to give the ball away.
Was there much in it, Chase?
No, I didn't think so, no.
Anyway, free kick. It's all that matters now. It's in the book, and Wills takes the kick for Hampton Rovers. Up towards centre half forward. Parkinson flew high. Sherman, his opposition number 21, into centre half forward. Not the greatest of kicks, but he's found Murray Pitts. He can go short, and he's got his man. He's got Mills. Mills at centre half forward. Mills has got the mark directly in front. He'll kick from 38.5 metres. 27 minutes gone. This is a vital kick, this one. If he can get this, it bridges the margin back to 3 points. It's a 9-point ball game at the moment. Here comes Mills directly in front. The goal umpire doesn't move too far, just sneaks over Hobson's head through for a goal. 3 points in it. What a game. 27.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Beau Morris is storming up to Hampton now. Not quite storming, but eking their way back into it. Hampton Rovers 8-5-53. Beau Morris 7-8-50. Smoke-free scoreboard. The Sign Press time clock. Printers to the VAFA shows almost 28 minutes. Jason.
And he hasn't had the best of day, Mills. He's been up forward and spent a bit of time off the ground, but just finding space there critically when the Sharks haven't been able to. And if they can get another one here.
Hanrahan down to Holt, and it's Fraser's taken the mark. It's a quick pass. Will it come off? No. Taking it is Pitts. The snap. Mills is there. 2 bites. Was touched. Nish are behind. Well, 2 points of difference now on the smoke-free scoreboard. The Rovers, 8 goals, 5-53. The Sharks, 7-9-51. 28.5 minutes gone, the Sign Press time clock.
And so important for the Rovers just to hold them out here. If the Sharks can get another goal, they're really going to take the momentum with them into the last quarter.
Day, a wonderful kick up towards the edge of the square. Oh, great mark, Parkinson. Fitness will be a factor here. We're late in the third term. It's their second game for the month for Beau Morris. Grimmer, that was a mark. It's been paid as a free kick. It wasn't paid as a mark. Well, I can tell you one thing, Rob Cross. I don't think we'll see these two umpires next week in the B and A grade grand finals.
Well, you and I don't like to bag umpires, but we're left with no choice today, are we, Brad?
No. Sometimes grand finals, because of the extra pressure, umpires find it difficult too to go that next level. Hanrahan, they've done some good things, but they've made some clangers. And that's not good enough for a grand final at this level. As you know, I'm a big fan of umpire Thwaites. And also umpire Jackson. We saw him in the state game do a great job.
And a Rovers supporter who just overheard you, Brad, was nodding her head in furious agreement.
I think some of the Sharks would be a bit upset as well. But importantly, we could have had some ugly incidents after some of the earlier incidents, as in some brawls and some punching. Great credit to both clubs. They've stayed focused. We don't want to see any filth in amateur football. Mahmood, a long way from full forward. Hoare does well to just get his legs to it. Pitts, when he gets it, he's normally good. Jury, that's a sky-scraping kick. Parkinson guts. That is...
Mahmood was pretty good too, wasn't he?
That is that's a match-winning type mark. Nepean Highway wing. 3-quarter time on the smoke-free scoreboard. Hampton lead by 2 points. At half-time, they led by 17, and it was Beau Morris by 6 points at quarter-time. Hampton, 8 goals, 5-53. Beau Morris, 7 goals, 9-51. ball is thrown up for the start of the last quarter of the C grade grand final. Beaumaris, they're in the blue and gold. Hampton Rovers, they're in the green and gold. And the Rovers lead by 2 goals. And that can't be, sorry, they lead by 2 points. We're going to have a thriller here at Elsternwick Park on Channel 31. Straight out to it is Drew Anderson. He kicks on that Nepean Highway wing. There's rain falling here at Elsternwick Park. It's favouring the Rovers' end. They played last week in the preliminary final, and the Beaumaris team, they have had the week's rest. A bit slow here at the Rovers. That's Blick, centre half forward. Denver Arts just couldn't take it. Out of Fraser's arms. Martin's there. Quick kick by Catlin. Ben Arts jars it forward. Catlin again for Beaumaris. Tapping it on. And to relieve will be Groves.
Groves from half back on the left boot. Oh, goes past Hoare through the legs of Nish. Hoare chasing hard. He's got 2 to beat. Can he do it? Assistance required. Wills charging after him. Grabs Nish. Dropping the ball. That's what last quarter's grand final is all about. Great play by Wills. Hoare was fantastic too. He beat 2 of them. And he gave time for the cavalry to arrive in the form of Wills. Wills, interchange players. Gate here at Elsternwick Park, drives long to half forward, thump down, good defensive work, and they can clear. Pitts tries to ride the bump, brushes off Blick, drives to half forward. The kick there misses the target. Parkinson dropping back, great desperate work there by the defence of Hampton Rovers. Still going hard, and now Denver Arts slaps it over the boundary line. In fact, it was Hoare, not Denver Arts, that forced it over the line between wing and half forward.
And the efforts of Cameron McGregor there, just left his player, now going to mind him up again. Made 2 efforts, and really that's just good stuff.
You cannot play better than Cameron McGregor as Brown goes up high and knocks it over the boundary line. Oh. Is that deliberate? That is definitely deliberate, isn't it, Brad? Free kick?
Of course it's deliberate, but they haven't got that interpretation, to be fair. It's not the umpires, it's an interpretation thing. They don't play it in AFL either.
Good ruck work, though. He's working his way into that position to be able to do that. How tired must he be, though? He's rucked tirelessly all day. He's been fantastic. Ferguson lays a strong tackle. There's Wills. He's been terrific. Can't control it. It's out of bounds. Almost on centre wing, just attacking side of centre for Beaumaris. They trail by 2 points. 2.5 minutes gone on the sign press time clock. The smoke-free scoreboard. Beaumaris 7:9:51. Hampton 8:5:53.
And the sun comes out with the rain, so there's a rainbow here. You can't see it on screen. And I suppose the pot of gold. Both teams have got gold in their jumpers, and the pot of gold is the C-grade premiership.
It's going to be one gritty fight, Brad, to get that pot of gold. I tell you, it's going to be a tight final last quarter.
Both sides are into B-grade next year. Mahmood gets it over towards Mills. Free kick too high. And Denver Arts. He has been just fantastic. He has been just about everywhere, Denver Arts. That left leg of his, you can see it's ball bandage. That was from a chainsaw accident he had at work 3 weeks ago. Hasn't played during the finals until now. Maybe that's why he's got the pace. And Drew Anderson, he just puts them 8 points away. The Hampton Rovers on the smoke-free scoreboard. They're 9 goals, 5:59. Beaumaris, 7 goals, 9:51. 4 minutes gone on the Siam press time clock. Jason Frankel.
Surely Catlin was held there, the defender from Beaumaris. You missed that one? The umpire certainly missed it, I can tell you that.
You saw it?
Oh,
who was he held by?
And a very high profile. You know, I can't give names, but tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Did you see that?" Catlin was the player that was held.
But to be fair, they've had 2 goals given against them, or they've had 2 opportunities for goals, have the Hampton Rovers early in the game.
Yeah, in terms of that, definitely, Brad, I entirely agree with you. But the fact that when you count the number of mistakes, shouldn't have happened. Chance, though, to redeem themselves. Beaumaris, gathered by Ferguson. Jace, did you want to make a comment? I butted in rudely there.
Well, no, well, just look the efforts of Anderson, and really in a game where there hasn't hardly been any space all day, all over the ground, the ability of Anderson to just break a pack open there, and look, there might have been a free kick back off the ball, but explosive pace from that player.
Thumped forward, and here's a chance for Grimmer, and things are getting grimmer for Beaumaris. The ball's tumbled up towards half forward, and Natoli's there, slaps it forward brilliantly. That's what I've been impressed with Natoli. He's been out of position. He still does those little things. He's done them all day. Hanrahan tries to weave through. And if something doesn't happen soon for Beaumaris, we'll all be ruined, said Hanrahan. Famous poet once said that. I can't remember the name of the poet. About to be thrown in half-forward flank for Hampton Rovers. Up high there, Scarlett. Down Denver Arts is there again. He can't take it this time. Grimmer goes in strongly, but McLean will clear through the wing for Beaumaris. Poor kick. Brown chips in. He's been tireless. He's been fantastic, has Brown. State player this year in the C2F section against South Australia. Dominant ruckman that day, dominant today. Up towards centre half forward. Denver Arts, was he tiring? He couldn't take it. Slippery football. Tapped out to Grimmer. Quick left foot kick is good. Working his way to the front. Wills punched away from him. A chance now for Mitchell. Oh, he's tired. He's going to be run down. Wills, tremendous chase. Mitchell's kick. And Wills did enough to put him off. Ben Arts takes the mark at half back. He's got Hobson beside him. He elects to kick to Denver. Denver can't take the mark. He had a player to beat there in Mahmood. Couldn't do so. Good strong play by Mitchell. Ben Arts, shocking bounce. Hobson crashes through, doesn't take the ball with him. Still looking to force it forward. Gee, they're tired, but what a great contest. Flipped out by Ben Arts. I don't think he would have wanted to do that. Mahmood in there, taken high. He's over his shoulder. No free kick. There'll be a bounce at half forward. He's just holding him there rather than a vicious act. And that is a good decision by the umpire. Come in and bounce. Half forward flank. Beaumaris. They trail by 8 points and we've played 6.5 minutes in the final term.
Not for the faint-hearted this game. You cannot skirt the packs. It's full bore, this contest.
Grimmer around the body. Centre half forward chance for Scull. He's beaten 3. He gets it forward. Terrific work. But Groves couldn't take the mark. Was that high? Was that in his back? Neither. Now Ward. He goes over to Martin. He'll find Catlin. His father was the youngest player ever to play for Melbourne. Sid Catlin at 16 years of age. Centre half forward. McGregor's come on. Gets it to Hobson. Into the centre. McLean. Ball doesn't bounce well for him. Free kick and it's advantage. Denver Arts. A big kick to full forward. Well done there by Groves. It's been a tremendous battle between Groves and Power.
It has, and I think Groves has done fairly well since half-time he went back onto Power, but it's been a great contest.
Beaumaris, 7 goals, 9, 51 on the smoke-free scoreboard. Hampton, 9 goals, 6, 60 on the Cyan Press time clock. We've gone 7.5 minutes, final terms, C-grade grand final.
Long kick out by Groves, but keep it in there, attacking half forward line there. The Hampton Rovers, they still got a chance. Little handball out there. And now a chance to Tolley. He can run in, he snaps. It's a goal. And won't he love this? Watch him get up. He's still lying on the ground. Natoli will be absolutely delirious by this. He's now picked up by Power. Great effort. 8 minutes gone. That could almost be the ball game. Dare I say it, though, because Beaumaris have shown they can fight back. And Hampton Rovers 10-6-66. Beaumaris 7-9-51. And that effort, well, that goal came from their efforts across half forward. The ball was kicked out from that behind, and they just kept it inside their attacking 45, Jason.
Yes, and Natoli, well, he's really indicative of the Rovers' effort, and he's got a big bandage around his head to show his efforts. 3 goals. It's proved to be very vital with alongside Power's 4.
Somehow Mitchell got the hand pass out. Blick, full of legs, the Hampton Rover boys. Wills can't get his handle on that. He'll have a throw in 50 metres away from the golf link stand at Elsternwick Park, and that's where Hampton Rovers are kicking. In the first semi-final, they got rid of St Bede's Mentone. In the preliminary final, they discharged Old Mentonians. They haven't been favourites in either of those games. Again today, starting as underdogs. But at the moment, Hampton Rovers with the breeze lead by 15 points. Mitchell trying hard there for the Sharks. Just goes out of bounds. We'll have another throw in.
And it's going to be a long summer for Beaumaris if they can't get up today. They have been, well, the outright leaders in C section and by far the most dominant team throughout the season.
They only lost 2 games this year, Beaumaris, and the Rovers lost 7 games. In the back there, against Scarlett, it will go to Fraser. Now the Beaumaris Sharks came over to the amateurs in 1995 after looking to being relegated into 3rd division of the Southern Football League. There was talk of Dandenong coming in, and they didn't like that into the Southern Football League, the ex-VFA team, so they came over to the amateurs. Up high was Martin. That Scarlett being tackled. Was McKellar being held over his head there? Grimmer, and no free kick. The umpire was blindsided. But on that occasion, Rob Cross, there's a thing called making position in an umpiring terminology, and umpire Thwaites didn't make good position. Rain falling heavily. It's going to be a ball that will be thrown up. That's Denver Arts now in the ruck. I had to check that. In the back, and the Sharks will get the free kick. And to take it will be Maddie Quinn.
Quinn from half back, and a player, Jason, that's lifted in this last quarter. A couple of key contests across half forward has been Scarlett. Of course, he's the vice captain, and he's really stepping up for his team, the Hampton Rovers.
Yes, he certainly hasn't had a big impression on the game, but as you say, just coming into it in the second half. But the Rovers, their consistency throughout the game has been admirable.
Brown again wins the knock, slightly nullified by Ward. Ben Arts going through strongly now. Matt Quinn. There was Holt, now Ward has it. Beau Morris looking to go forward. The kick there by Mills, was it? Up towards half forward. Mahmood was there looking to go off the ground. Mahmood still a chance on the left boot. Little kick around the corner. Now's a chance. Can he pick it up, Nish? He can. He was tackled by Hoare. He couldn't hold him, though. Breaks two. Can he break three? Still going and now penalised. Just held it too long. And the ball must come back. Good defence there because Nish was almost through.
Danger signs for Beau Morris. Fisher gave Nish a spray for not hand passing, and that sometimes shows the side is rattled.
Yes, certainly earning the ire of his teammates there. You've got to give it off quicker than that.
Dave from half back for Hampton Rovers. Long kick around the wing position. Working his way to the front there. Parkinson looks for the Shepherd on Arts. And, oh, Arts. Vaughan was right into him. In fact, it wasn't Arts. Yes, it was. Denver Arts going in strongly now. Parkinson, all players, in fact. Arts, he's stirred up by that effort by Vaughan. He's charged through again. And he's been penalised. And again, Vaughan's into him. And now play on the call. Umpire looking at that pretty closely. Up towards centre half forward. The mark spilt. Making too many errors there. Should have been held by an experienced player like Pitts. Brown off to his teammate. And away they go, Wills. Wills at half forward. Centering kick. Oh, Scarlett can't get there. Power. Grimmer misses both of them. Look at that tired player. Mitchell slaps it towards the boundary line. He looks very happy about that. He looked absolutely out on his feet, did Mitchell. Out of bounds. 42 metres around from the Hampton Rovers goal. 12.5 minutes gone. Cyan Press time clock. Sports covers VAFA C grade grand final. And on a smoke-free scoreboard, it's Hampton Rovers by 15 points.
And they are gone, the Sharks. They are too tired to get back into this contest, and the conditions are too difficult for them to kick another 3 or 4 goals.
Against the breeze and the rain, it'd be a phenomenal effort. Well, we're using that term Lazarus, I think, if the Sharks can come back from here. Hot favourites for this C grade grand final, but it's the Hampton Rovers. They're in the box seat. Maddie Quinn over the top. Hanrahan jarred away by Denver Arts again. In danger, and the free kick goes to Hanrahan. We've got the ball in the centre. Pitts, maybe he could have done more today. When he gets it, he looks good. Not so good the delivery. Andrew Quinn. Can he snap it back in? Open goal square. It is. Great effort there from the dead pocket at Elsternwick Park by Andrew Quinn. That's his first. And on the smoke-free scoreboard, there's 9 points in it. Hampton Rovers, 10 goals, 6, 66. Beaumaris Sharks, 8 goals, 9, 57. Nearly halfway into the final term on the Cyan Press time clock. For sports cover on Channel 31, here's Jason Frankel.
And most of their goals, the Sharks, have come from small men off the ground rather than marking type situations. And that's really been one of their downfalls all day. But Quinn there, great goal sense, not an easy kick.
Here come the Sharks. Here comes Wills, though. Flying shot on goal to the right-hand side. through for one behind. I can't claim that line. Credit all lyrics written by Andrew Langford-Jones and Phil Stevens for that line, courtesy of two of the highest profile and most powerful men in amateur football. 10-point ball game. We've played almost 15 minutes final term. Beaumaris 8-9-57. Hampton 10-7-67. Groves clears from full back. Good long kick up high. Denver Arts. He's still going strong. Blick left it behind. Little handball out. Mahmood. They're clearing from half back and they've got players free. Danger time now. Sherman. Long kick looking for the goal square. Vaughan slips over then screams for a free kick. Or at least now he screams. He initially just turned his head and looked inquiringly up at the umpire. Now he lets him know what he really thought. And Day was right there beside him. He also went to ground. Perhaps they both just slipped over.
Richard Evans, I think, is the most powerful man in amateur football, the executive chairman.
Thank you, Brad. Two of the most, I think I said, didn't I?
I'm giving you the most.
The most. He wasn't a co-writer, unfortunately. Second and third on the list were thrown down. There's Hoare. A free kick, is it? Or a bounce? Could be a crucial decision. It's going to be a bounce between centre half forward and full forward.
No, it's a free kick.
It is a free kick. Well, here come the Sharks. They looked dead and buried, didn't they, Jace?
They did, and look, the Rovers are right under the pump. They've controlled this game for, well, for all day. And to lose it now would just be, well, disheartening would be an understatement.
Holt for goal, 45-degree angle. Just 30 metres out, though. Hampton Rovers need to halt this comeback. He comes in. Kick is across the face. That could be the last one. Oh, Vaughan chips in. He's got the mark too. He came from nowhere. He came from behind the boundary line, in fact. Perhaps fooled his opponents. And Vaughan is a very dangerous player. Key defender early in the game. Sent up forward. He's been very damaging. Lively, he's given them a target, runs around. Can he kick this? We've got a great angle on it. He's got it! Vaughan goals! Waves his fist at the Hampton Rovers crowd, and they're back within 4 points. 16 and a half minutes gone. Beaumaris 9-9-63. Hampton Rovers 10-7-67. Smoke-free scoreboard 5 minutes ago. JF said they're gone.
And look, 2 goals to Ben Vaughan, and the Sharks are right back in this with contention. But the Rovers defenders there, perhaps just nodding off when the ball was still in play, and Vaughan kept his eye on the contest, and really a bit of undisciplined play from the defence there.
Mahmood's gone to the ruck for the Sharks, but it's Brown again winning it. This time Nicholson. He's been quiet. Over to the smoke-free wing. Ben Arts taken off it there by Fisher. He's being held. No call there. And Justin Ferguson, it was out of bounds before it hit his leg. And it's just in front of the Hampton Rovers crowd. A sensational finish. A titanic effort here in this C-grade grand final. On the attacking side of the wing for Beaumaris. An important ball, this one. And Fisher just gets it out of bounds again. We'll have another throw in. Hampton Rovers have won 6 flags in amateur football since 1923. Since 1963, Beaumaris has won 5 flags. Now that's Ward. Ben Arts' kick was smothered. Martin's at the bottom of the pack. It's going to be an absolute struggle. We've gone over 18 minutes into the final term. Smart there by umpire Jackson to call time on. Blood rule. Don't tell me Denver Arts has got to go off. He does. He's got a bit of blood on his elbow. He's asking where should he go. He wants to go straight off, but don't do that, Denver. You won't be able to come back on. And Denver Arts comes off with the blood rule. Halliger, the go-to man off the bench. He's been great in the 2 finals so far. Comes off the bench and has a habit, that's number 23 of the Rovers, of splitting open the game. Can he do it this afternoon? They want it. Still messy. Ward, Holt, well tackled. It is a game of centimetres.
Absolutely, and neither side giving anything at all. Tight last few minutes.
Ben Arts, from one side of the square to the other. Hanrahan, the captain of the Sharks, goes for the safety of the boundary line. And down at Beaumaris this week, they were saying 1,000 men have represented the Sharks, but none of them have been able to take the club to back-to-back premierships. Today, 21 of their players have got that opportunity. Hampton Rovers went back-to-back in 47 and 48. C and B grade flags. Holding the man, and it goes to Ward. It's tense. Oh, don't bounce. Grab him, Natoli. Would have been a free kick, a chance. Quick. The kick, I think it's a behind. It's a mark. Wills has taken the mark. But goes for the short pass. No, time on was called. He'll have to kick from the tightest of angles, but we know, Jason, this is the live pocket at Elsternwick Park. The breezes are favourable for scores from this pocket. But he goes, anyway, Wills to Steve Anderson. Short pass, it'll come off. Taken by Blick of Hampton Rovers. The man, the mark, Martin, would be 40 metres out. The arc here is 45 metres. The angle is 45 metres. The Rovers lead by 4 points. This for a 10-point lead. 21 minutes gone. Final term. Starts out left. Stays there for a behind. Still 1 goal in it. Smoke-free scoreboard. Hampton 10-8, 68 by Morris Sharks. 9-9, 63, 21 minutes time, press time.
And poetic justice there. I have a feeling that Anatoli's kick actually went out of bounds on the full, but the boundary umpire was a good 30 metres away from the contest.
Murray Pitts, can he stamp his class in this game? He does well to get it to Holt. Holt can stream forward. Oh, the kick, a bit too high for his teammate Vaughan though, the dangerous Vaughan. Quinn's been fantastic, not on this occasion. Taken away there by McGregor. Long kick now to centre half forward. Mark, no, punched away. Where's Power? Scarlett there also. Flicked out of the pack. Power does well. Keep going, Power. Slaps it forward. He's got a teammate charging through in danger. Crucial decision. It was definitely there. Screaming for it, Wills. Jason's pointing, go to Wills, go to Wills. The mark, or free kick it is, at centre half forward. Hampton Rovers, they can steady things down. They lead by just 5 points. A goal here and they might be able to hang on. The kick now from Drew Anderson goes for the torpedo, slips as he kicks into the square. 2 players up there. The mark has been taken and paid to Martin of Beaumaris. Last line of defence, Martin. Looking for a teammate further afield. Needs to kick long and clear the danger zone. Quinn went in short, goes in direction there. Blick's there. Oh, lovely mark taken there by Catlin. Plays on, gets his kick away as he's pushed up in the direction of Fisher. He can't take it. Helliger was with him. Slap forward cleverly. Helliger dives in strongly. Fisher, now Blick. Oh, bearing down on him. Holt, good work. Will it find the boundary line? It does. Some great work by Blick in that contest. Helliger was fantastic too. And the ball is out of bounds on centre wing. 5-point leaders, Hampton Rovers, 22.5 minutes gone, final term.
I checked with Dr. Janko from McKinnon Sports Medicine on recovery, and he says that weeks rests and having to play that particular week before a grand final shouldn't make any difference in modern football with correct player management.
Well, so that's good news for the Sharks, but look, they're going to have to, they've still got to get another goal if they're going to be in this.
They're slowing it down, the Rovers. They have got the breeze. 23 minutes gone, final term. That was Justin Ferguson giving it to Ben Arts. He'll come out to the wing. Oh, Ward's there. Over the back. Free is Parkinson. He just can't keep it in. Out of bounds again. Remember, in these 25-minute quarters, throw-ins are part of real time. So the tactic of the Rovers to go to the boundary line does wind the clock down. It's on the attacking side of their wing. Awful throw-in. Maybe it's a slippery ball. First to it is Martin. Quick kick, out on the full. Hasn't looked fit today, Martin. Not his charismatic best, as we've seen throughout the season. He has been getting a lot of treatment at the club over the past 2 weeks. Blick now off the smoke-free wing. Up high was Groves. Bottom of the pack is Hoare. Quick kick, Natoli's, he marked it. He'll go for the shot. Should he have gone for the hand pass, Jason Frankel? Because now we've got 1 goal the difference.
Well, it becomes an important point, but that's twice that Natoli could have gone over the top with the hands, elected to have a shot. He might have been a match winner, but it hasn't panned out that way.
Smoke-free scoreboard, Hampton 10-9, 69, Beaumaris 9-9, 63. We're just about on to time on, 24 minutes gone, Cyan press time clock, and if the scores are level, we'll have extra time both ways of 5 minutes.
Coming through the centre, good work. The kick up towards centre half forward. Great punch away, Helliger. Down the ground level, those Quinn, he's been dangerous. Oh, shrugging the tackle. Great play there, Matt Quinn. Shot on goal, it's got it. Oh, scores a level. What a finish. Scores a level. Almost time on. 24 and a half minutes gone, final quarter. They just forced it and pushed it forward then, Beau Morris. Big thing to say in the last quarter and a half, Jason. They don't deserve to win, but they're level. It's 10-9-69 apiece. Smoke-free scoreboard. The sign press time clock is now right on 25 minutes gone. Have Hampton Rovers gone too defensive too early?
No, look, I think the Sharks they've found a bit of voice. And Matthew Quinn, stand up and take a bow, because in the precious situation, it was just exquisite squills to get the goal.
Squills. The ball kicked out of the centre wing position. Parkins are all excited. It's fantastic. Brown, who just moments ago won another smashing ruck contest. Oh, taken down was he? No. Good play on's the call. That's a good decision. The kick came there from McKellar, the skipper. But now Sherman will clear across half-back. Hanrahan loping, looking exhausted. He gathers, though, before Arts can get to him. He's just as tired. Little handball over the top. They're looking dangerous now. Into Holt, takes the mark on his chest. Will he play on? He does. Wheels onto the left boot. Oh, 2-on-1 duel. They miss it. Great play, Hobson. But, oh, Ward's there. Little kick away. Oh, dangerous. Helliger. Excellent coming out from half-forward there by Fraser. Slaps in the direction of Ward. Where's Holt? Can he force it on? No, he can't. Parkinson, superb. Here comes a clash, surely. Oh, Mitchell went in harder at it than Hobson, perhaps, and almost won the day there for Beau Morris. Good contest, both players, as Mitchell stretches out for a bit of cramp. What a game. 26 minutes gone. 10-9 apiece.
Who's going to win, Jason Frankel?
Hampton will hang on.
Rob Cross?
Beau Morris.
Beau Morris of mine. They've got the experience. They've had that week's rest. Oh, but Ben Arts, he gets it to centre half forward. Natoli just can't hold on to it. He's able to recover from 45. Power to the people. Over the top, straight to Wills, and Hampton Rovers lead by a goal. Smoke-free scoreboard. Hampton 11-9-75. Beau Morris Rovers 10-9-69. We've gone 27 minutes. Final term, Sion press time. If the scores are level, it'll be 5 minutes each way. If they're level still, it'll be 3 minutes each way. And if they're still level, it will be a draw.
Well, they're throwing everything at them, the Sharks, and they're going to come again. But credit to the Rovers. Their just persistence is just tremendous.
Quinn was good again there. Jury, oh, fantastic play, though, by the half-back line of the Hampton Rovers. What's going to happen now? Oh, throw, was it? Oh, no, not paid. Play on. Yes, it was picked out. It was there, Mr. Fraser. Bad luck, as you were fantastic. You've been great all day. You certainly have infringed on that occasion. The kick will come back. Parkinson will take it. Parkinson doesn't want to take it. He looks exhausted. Under an injury cloud, according to Brad Beitzel, but he's fought this game out superbly as Parkinson. He'll kick from half-back. A high kick around the wing. Denver Arts in front. Goes up high. It's Scarlett to lend assistance. The two 24s. The two big oxes go hard at it. Groves and Scarlett, and it's out of bounds on half-forward.
And there's 3,000 or 4,000 supporters here. They're just finding tremendous voice. They're about to run onto the ground. They're so excited.
Now they're on Lasagna and Pasta, both clubs on Thursday night. Mighty Good Catering giving it to Hampton Rovers. The same caterer who got them up in 95. Could that be an omen? The kicker that's out of the full from Holt, one of the junior champions. He won a number of best and fairest at Beau Morris. Wouldn't he love to be able to be part of this grand final winning team today? 9 players in the Hampton Rovers team that won the 95 D-grade premiership. Parkinson takes his time. A high kick to a massive pack. Scarlett up front. Brown's there, been terrific today. Oh, it'll be a bounce. Now, will the umpire call time on? He does. 1 goal in it. 29 minutes on the Sion press time clock.
All they can hope for, the Sharks, is to force it forward as quickly as possible and level the scores.
Ball up, Brown, fantastic. Knocks it 10 or 15 metres. Hand be taken high, just grabbed by the jumper by Blick. Play on was the call. Boundary throw in, 29 minutes gone. 11-9 plays 10-9. The siren's been fairly faint today. Will it be loud enough for the umpires to hear?
Quarters have gone about 30 minutes as well.
High up was Denver Arts, thumping it towards the boundary line. He'll get away with it. There'll be another throw in between wing and half forward. A fantastic match, as all grand finals should be. This is the C-grade VAFA grand final. It'll be Brown up against Ward. Brown been marvellous. Denver Arts comes in from the side, again goes to the boundary line. Clapped by the many fans, the legions of fans of Hampton Rovers.
These throw-ins are in real time. No time off as in the AFL. Old-fashioned 25-minute quarters in the VAFA.
We've played 29 minutes 50. A goal the difference. It comes to Hanrahan. Gets knocked to his teammate. Brilliant tackling by Hoare. Denver Arts push in the back. Crucial. Fisher's got it at half-back. This is the last roll of the dice for the Sharks. They're circling. They're lurking. The long kick. But who's there? Parkinson. Dropping back across half-back. They needed the big men to stand up and help out Brown. It's been Parkinson. It's been Scarlett in the last quarter. And Parkinson has it at half-back. Don't do a Fitzpatrick. He goes short. Chipping in courageously. Quinn riding the bump there. Excellent work there by Anderson. Up towards half-forward. Dropping back Groves. Scarlett with him. Groves desperate. Natoli comes in. Groves gives him one around the ears to go on with. There'll be a bounce close to the boundary line. Half-forward line. They might hang on, the Hampton Rovers, and Jason Franker will get it right again.
They've got to lock it up, the Rovers. They just have to get numbers to every contest. They can't let the ball get free here.
One goal in it. To the right of screen, the Hampton Rovers in the green and gold. The Balmoral Sharks and the Williamstown Jumpers. They're going to the left of screen. They still don't call time off for these throw-ins. Fantastic tactics by Russell Barnes, the coach of Hampton Rovers. It's 60 metres away from their goal. Ben Arts can't take it. Well done there by Ward. Over to Sherman. There's the siren! Hampton Rovers, they've come from third spot, the first semi-final. They've won 3 games in September. The club of Ross Smith, the Brownlow medalist from St Kilda, the Hampton Rovers win the C-grade grand final. I think we could say today there might be one premier out there, but Jason Frankel, 2 champion teams have put on a tremendous spectacle of VAFA football. Before you reply to that, let me tell you the final scores. Smoke-free scoreboard. Hampton 11-9, 75. Beaumaris 10-9, 69. And on the Cyan Press time clock, we went 31 minutes and 11 seconds. At quarter time, it was Beaumaris by 6 points. At half time, Hampton by 17. At three-quarter time, it was just 2 points of difference. Fantastic football.
Absolutely. You look at a crowd of 3,000 or 4,000 people here, treated to an absolutely wonderful display of finals football. You called it right. That's exactly what a grand final should be like. It was hard in the clinches. It was tight all day, and the pressure was just tremendous. But Hampton Rovers, a credit to them. They were underdogs all throughout the final series. Nobody thought that they were a serious chance at the premiership. But it just shows what self-belief can do. And from the word go, they were red hot today. Players at every contest, and look at them now. They are just jubilant. Their supporters, well, they were treated to a fantastic display, and a shattering loss for Beaumaris.
Hampton Rovers, established in 1923 by one of the great men of the Bayside community, Norm Boss James. He started the first Hampton Scout Group in the same year. The Scout Group was down on the bay, and Boss James, he knew how to plan. He put the football club up on Bluff Road. That stretches all of Hampton, that area, the bay up to Bluff Road. And the Hampton Rovers in 1995, they thought because they hadn't won a premiership since 1975, they had a monkey on their back. They actually had a stuffed monkey up on their clubroom walls after 95. They went and they dug up, a bit like Collingwood did with the Wobbles back in 1990. They actually dug up part of that Bluff Road ground and they buried the monkey. Well, today they've come back and they have won one of the greatest contests we have seen this year on our sports cover games.
It certainly was. there was nothing in this side all day. And look, the efforts of Hampton from the word go. They put the pressure on at every contest. Their little men adapted better to the greasy conditions than what the Sharks on ballers did. And it was just superb. They had power up forward. He's finished with 94 goals for the season, which is a tremendous effort, really, in any competition. And small man in Wills and Natoli provided.
I'm pleased we got that right, because Natoli was one of the stars. He could have been one of the villains. He could have hand-passed a couple of times in that last term. And when, I think it was Hanrahan or was it Ward, when he bounced the ball at centre-half forward, you're still in possession. If you just tackle him, it's your free kick. Natoli didn't do that. But overall, he was a bright spark.
He was. His efforts were just tremendous today. Second and third efforts were exemplary.
Better players from Rob Cross before we go to goal kickers from Jason Frankel.
Well, in 95, Brad, they might have buried the monkey. They can go back there today and bury the Sharks, because they had a great win today. What a game. Better players for the victors. Well, none better, I don't think, than Brown. He's fantastic, thumping it forward on many occasions. At grand level, Denver Arts, he would probably rival Brown for the best. Benny Arts was fantastic. They're probably the three best. And as far as the losers, Bo Morris, they tried hard. Oh, the jury was quite good, but an unsung player. The two Quins were fantastic as well.
And quickly, the goal kickers from Jason.
Well, for the victors, 4 goals to Power and 3 each to Wills and Natalie, and singles, Natoli, I should say, and singles to Drew Anderson. And for the Sharks, 2 apiece to Mahmood, Quinn and Ben Vaughan, and singles to Andrew Quinn, Fisher, Mills and Vance.
This has been the Channel 31 Sports Cover VAFA C-Grade Grand Final. Hampton up by 1 goal.
Bradley? She looks like dead warmed up. So you got to tell her what you're going to do. Yeah? You got to tell her what you're going to do. She'll freak out.
No, I don't. No, she'll run.
We'll start the presentation ceremony. Thank you, everybody. Just before we have the individual presentation of medallions to the players, I'd like to call on the President of the VAFA, Mr. Andrew Langford-Jones, to say a few words. Andrew.
I suppose in 25 years of amateur football, it's one of the best grand finals I've ever seen. And I think both sides can see that. It was a fantastic grand final, and I'm sure everyone here would like to congratulate all players involved. Unfortunately, as we all know, there can only be one winner. But to Bo Morris, who has been exemplary since their introduction into the VAFA in 1995, congratulations on your promotion to B grade. And to Ron Nicholson, there is no harder working president than Ron. Commiserations, and also to the coach Brett Marchant and Sean Hanrahan. It's never easy losing a grand final, and we commiserate with you. For the Hampton Rovers Club, joined the Amateurs in 1933, and it was the first club ever to win premierships in all grades. And they've won a wonderful history with the Amateurs, and we're wrapped that you're on the way back, and it's fantastic to see you in B grade next year. And this day is obviously
Thank you, Andrew. To start the presentation ceremony, I'll call on ex-umpire and also a 1998 Premiership coach, Jeff Riley, to present the medallions to the umpires as we call them forward. So, Jeff, would you like to step forward onto the dais? And call first of all, starting with the goal umpires. Goal umpire Brad Nash. Well done, Brad. Up there. The other goal umpire was Graham Simpson. Anthony, sorry. Sorry, Anthony. Boundary umpires, Sean Hennig. Sean, well done. The other boundary umpire has had a bit of a bad start to the day. He's so super fit he rides his bike to the ground. Got knocked off his bike by a car. Still ran hundreds of kilometres today. Cameron Hayes. Well done, Cameron. Two field umpires for today's game. Their grand final as well. First field umpire, Graham Twaits. Well done, Graham. The other field umpire, Martin Jackson. Well done, Marty. Marty had a great year, also umpired the interstate representative game. Thank you, Jeff. We will just mentioning that this ceremony is being part of the coverage on the video that can be purchased. So I'm sure that we look forward to that if you purchase one of those tapes. We'll go through each individual player in number order, a few officials, and then we'll end up with the coach and the captain coming out to receive their medals and the Premiership Cup from Andrew. I'll start off with a few of the officials that have been named by the club. First of all, the team manager of the Hampton Rovers Amateur Footy Club, Stephen Hope. The runner, David Rogerson. The hard-working secretary of the club, Max Grimmer. The president of the Hampton Rovers Amateur Football Club, Steve Johnson. Player number 1 today, Barney Hoare. Number 3, Ben Arts. Number 4, Stephen Anderson. Number 5, Ben Martin. Number 6, and what a great game, Anthony Natoli. Number 8, Drew Anderson. Number 9, Joel Day. Number 10, Clint Ferguson. number 11, Anthony Brown. Number 12, Slammin' Sammy Wills. Number 14, Doug Hobson. Number 15, Simon Blick. Number 16, Justin Ferguson. Number 17, a fellow who's fought back from great adversity in the last couple of weeks to be with us today, Denver Arts. Number 20, Adam Power. Number 21, Sam Parkinson. Number 23, Steve Halliger. Number 24, the son of the Don, Chris Scarlett. Number 31, Roger Grimmer. And what a slashing last half by this player, number 22, Cameron McGregor. Ladies and gentlemen, just before I call the captain and the coach forward to receive their medallions and cup from Andrew, could I ask from the VAFA staff, Sue Anderson, whose life and family has been the Hampton Rovers Club, to come forward, join Andrew on the dais in handing over the cup to the captain, number 2, Matthew McKellar, and the coach of the Hampton Rovers Amateur Footy Club. Please give a big cheer for Russell Barnes. Premiers in C-Section 1998, Hampton Rovers Amateur Footy Club. Well, so much for the speech. Barney, you want to say something? You want to say this? Just like to
say thank you very much to Bowie for the hard, tough game, and grand finals are like that. Brett, thanks very much, mate. I'll speak to you after. We'll have a drink, no problem. To the players are fantastic, and they knew that if they worked hard and kept persisting, they'd do well, and we'd get the just reward. And the club, fantastic. They've backed me in everything I've wanted to do. So, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody, for a magnificent day of football at the park. Hope everyone celebrates carefully and long tonight, and hope that everyone comes back to the grand final weekend next weekend. Congratulations, Hampton Rovers, and also to Beaumaris on magnificent seasons. Thank you, everybody.